And we are live. Cool. Let me share the stream around. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Epic or Trash Live. I'm greeted with my special guest. Say hello.
Hello, how you doing? Can you all hear me?
They should be able to hear.
Not going to explode the stream.
Oh, good lord. It's already derailing and we just got started.
What do we got here today?
Well, here we've got Keffals and Willie Mac's 3-part series on Keffals. And it's going to be very entertaining. I love the thumb. I didn't even think about the thumbnail. Like, just like look at her face. Oh my god.
Looking, it's just, ugh. Even with like the fake tits and the feminine parts, it still looks like a man. I just can't see that shit. You try to, granted, I don't know why you want to do that unless you're gay. You try to take its pants off. You're just going to see a sausage. Like I just can't unsee that shit. Like, why would straight people want to date this shit? Like, what are you? Yay? But we're not here to speculate about nonsense like that. We got ourselves some amazing videos to watch and react. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. It's like, oh my god, just unbelievable, honestly. Because my thing is, before I even get to it, because I've known the full story, is I don't understand. Well, what I don't understand is why anybody would just like, why? What? Like, how does that help you? Just in my opinion, how does that help you? To scam people out of $100,000. I gotta zoom in real quick. Can anybody explain to me why scamming somebody out of $100,000 makes you look good? I mean, I guess if you're a politician, that works.
I mean, technically, Keffals was a politician. Fun fact. I mean, she. I don't really care what you want to use for pronouns. Who give?
Yeah, who is that?
Shit, but Keffals did run as a member of the Communist Party in Canada. So,
oh boy, this ought to be good then. Oh, I forgot. No, don't you dare. Alright, let's start the YouTube video.
Keffals is a failed politician for the Canadian Communist Party. She was swatted by one online group and then lied about it being another bigger, more popular site.
Kiwi Farms is an online community of stalkers that torment and harass.
Pause it real quick right there first off. Look at her face. Just... I don't know if it's makeup or if it's just the fact she intentionally didn't sleep to make it look like that she's always distressed.
crack. That's all I'm gonna say. Crack.
I should have known that was coming. Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's keep going.
Him so intensely.
We did it. We actually did it. So many people have tried for so long to do this, and we actually got Kiwi Farms down.
Oh, that was
Not
coming.
bad. Not bad at all.
Really went
The
somewhere.
website would never be shut down. She would cry, lie.
I kind of wonder, are those real tears or those fake tears?
It's like Colleen Ballinger levels of fake acting. Like, this is the type of dealing with.
Oh my god, fun fact, I wanted to do a cover of that song. I actually wanted to do a drum cover of that song. Like, all aboard the toxic gasm train. But she was copyright striking everybody that used it.
Not gonna lie, you should do that. Just do drum covers of like YouTube drama beef garbage. It will get you views. I can see it's working. Just imagine.
I might actually start doing that. I might legitimately do like like 2 minute, 3 minute like drum covers to like adding like solo stuff to people bitching at each other.
We need as many people as possible to know who they are if we plan to fight back against them. That's why I need every single person who
I'm
has
loving
watched
the
this
slow
video
zoom in.
to share the video and to spread the word.
Later admitting to baiting them into
Descent into
doxing her so she
madness.
could get even more publicity.
And my little ragtag team were able to force their hand by intentionally making myself a lightning rod so I could make Kiwi Farms more vicious and attack me to the point where Cloudflare had no choice, because every time they attacked me, I publicized it.
And Kiwi Farms wouldn't even be the culprit. I covered this story nearly 2 years ago, but now I have the court documents, and it's clear to me that what she has written in there does not at all line up with reality.
I will say, Willie Mac's face kind of looks like, it's kind of like a mixture of Moist Critical and one other YouTuber I'm thinking of. I'm not sure. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Uh,
The normal guy.
I suppose he looks kind of normal. Maybe it's just me being a dick.
We are in the internet where fucking any somewhat normal looking guys like, you're nothing because the internet lol.
I know, right? Because it's just like, or my personal favorite is the people who are like, if you don't conform to our ways or our thinking or our understanding, then you're labeled as such and such. It blows my mind, really.
Those are the classic labels that those commies like to use on us. It doesn't work though, because they're retarded.
I have to agree, especially when they throw around like Nazi, pedophile, like all those demonetizing words.
I mean, this is already gonna get demonetized as is. So
Well, that is the reason why I have a
let's keep
Patreon.
going.
That is the whole reason I started a Patreon, so that way I could do this stuff without having to worry about the content too
This
much.
video will paint a fuller picture. This is how an activist scammed her movement.
There's a lot of people in my audience that look up to me. I don't want to let them down.
It's like I need a palate cleanser. And what better than a meal choice from over 70 different chefs who think great food is for everyone? Cook Uni is the fast chef-to-meal delivery service where you can choose a variety of different meals from award-winning
Gordon
chefs
Ramsay
that are
approved.
delivered fresh.
Yeah, that's my question. Is Gordon
real
Ramsay
question.
approves it? But you know what's interesting is Gordon Ramsay suffered a biking injury recently.
I heard. Thankfully, he's in good spirits, so all good.
I'm glad he didn't suffer any traumatic brain injury, because from what I understand, he went head first. And then some idiot on Twitter tried to tell him that the reason why he survived was something about the cosmos, and that the helmet didn't help him. I was like, look, I believe in Christ, don't get me wrong, but also Christ gave us common intelligence, and common intelligence, also known as common sense, says that the helmet would protect your skull from injury, which would in turn protect your brain to an extent. Not some magic lightning bolt came out of nowhere and saved him. Like, what the hell?
Drugs. Don't do drugs, my friends. That's all I can say.
Oh my god, yes. Don't do drugs, kids. It's not worth it.
Frozen to your door. When it comes to cooking for myself, I've always been a bit uninspired. I either order in more than I should, or I cook that same seasoned piece of chicken every night. Cook Unity gives me quality and variety. Night one, I had a grilled
It just reminded me, I wanted to tell a quick story. I used to, one of my siblings used to work at a mall somewhere, and I remember there was because I used to walk around the mall there, and I would just look around at stuff, and one of them, what was it? It was a HelloFresh that was there, and they were trying to convince me to subscribe to their thing, and I was like, no thank you. So after one of them asking me, I finally decided, it was like, you know what, I'm gonna screw with them a little bit. So what about you makes you better than like Blue Apron or some of the other ones I had heard of? And it just started listing off all these things, and I was like, I feel like you're just lying to me. What about you? Have you ever had anything like that?
I don't know. I'm not. No, thankfully I'm Canadian. I don't have as much ridiculous shit to like eat in my face, unlike America. Guys have so much shit, it's honestly a joke.
Yeah. I can't really argue against that.
Yeah, every other corner there's a place to eat. Oh, you can go out Friendlies. Oh, Denny's. Oh wait, the Boardwalk. Oh my God, fat. Oh wait, this fucking place. Five Guys, Wendy's, KFC. Like, goddamn, McDonald's, Burger King's. Like, how much food do you guys need? Hey, let's keep going.
I'm about to say, I used to work at Waffle House.
Shrimp Rasta pasta, created by Chef Chris Messiah. The instructions are clearly labeled on the packaging. Just into the oven at 350 for 15 minutes and done. Beautiful. It's got that little bit of kick to it that's so good. And because you pick out a variety of different meals from different chefs every week, it's like you're eating at a different restaurant every night.
I will say, I do hate the echo in the background. I hate that a lot. And that was my same criticism with JKB, is I hate echoes in the background like that. I prefer something more like this, where it's like an up-close personal kind of mic, or a overhead style mic to pick up the vocals.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But that's just my personal taste as far as how I like voiceover. Excuse me. Ooh. And taco. No, I didn't eat Taco Bell, but I did eat tacos tonight, and I came right back.
Taco.
Yeah, nothing like homemade tacos. At least in my opinion, there's nothing like it.
Hell yeah, man! Simple and effective.
I mean, unless you go down to Mexico and then you get like more authentic stuff.
Yeah, you'll find a good taco like every other corner.
Let's continue. Oh, a little fun fact. Actually, my
bread and butter, so can't slander that.
Fair enough. A little fun fact. My father actually used to work down in Mexico when he was a wrestler.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he was Fabioso Blondi, which is Spanish for Fabius Blonde. Because his gimmick, he was the Hollywood Blonde or the Fabius Blonde, the gentleman, Ken Tims. I can say this because it's all public. The majority of his entire career is public information, because he worked in the territories from the 80s and 90s. But I'm not going to go on a wrestling rant. That's for another stream. Let's continue.
With choices of 7 different dietary preferences, including vegan, paleo, and gluten-free options. Boom! Korean fried
Although I
steak
do need to do a biography on my dad.
Tender marinated steak, some delicious sauce to dip it in, fresh asparagus. That was good, but now I'm in the mood for Mexican food. Chicken empanadas with polenta and chipotle mayo, created by Chef Santiago Lopez. It is so flaky and juicy. Seriously, these meals are so good, and you could pause, skip, or cancel your orders at any time. Point is, Cook Unity has something for everyone. If you're a busy adult, college student, or just want some top tier variety, go to cookieunity.com/WillyMac50 or click the link in the description and use code WillyMac50 to get 50% off your first order of Cook Unity meals. Thank you, Cook Unity, for sponsoring this video. To understand this story, we need to go back to
right off the bat. Willie's just not even holding back. He is just going full speed ahead.
Go fast.
Oh my god, look at her face. Look at the face that I paused it on.
Memeable face.
When your friend says something stupid and you want to correct them.
Actually.
Actually, sure, it is delta over T variant, not delta over V.
Worst critic ever.
Oh my god. The other one you can do is, sir, I want to speak to the manager.
Let a woman do that. That's for Karen, so we're not dealing with that. But speaking of Karens, let's keep watching.
Keffals was swatted August 5th, 2022. This is partly because she's trans and people after her are insanely bigoted, and partly because she's insufferable. You will understand later. These people sent an email impersonating Keffals using her dead name, saying she killed her transphobic mom and plans to kill every cisgendered person at
Jesus.
Keffals uploaded a video titled "My Life is in Danger, I Need Your Help," saying that the police violated her human rights.
The fact that a fake email led to London Police Services booking me under my dead name reveals the
I hate the deadpanness of this. I just want to say that. And I said that also in another video that I'm doing about Keffals with a trans friend of mine. I hated the deadpan so much. I hate that because it just feels so forced. Am I wrong?
Looking at it looks so soulless.
It's
Just can't see it. Like, look at it. Just look at the no soul. Am I sure that Keffals is not a ginger?
It's like, and then the volcano erupted and it killed everyone inside. I just hate that. Like, speak with inflections in your voice. Speak like you're just a human being. Be like, yeah, so this is what happened to me. This is why they did it, and I need your help. Not, this is because they did it. This is the reason why they did it. I must destroy everyone. Like some fucking Terminator robot. Like the dollar store version of the Terminator. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
prejudice that many police have towards transgender people.
She would also claim that the police caused her and her fiance financial harm and that she was opening a GoFundMe to recoup her losses. Move and any extra money past the goal would be used to sue the police.
They seized both my personal and work phone, as well as the work computer that I broadcast on Twitch from. Because of the negligence of the police, we were both left functionally unemployed, and I have spent thousands of dollars replacing our computers and cell phones, so our lives aren't completely destroyed by what happened to us.
The GoFundMe was initially set to $20,000 and she exceeded it immediately.
Which Mutahar proved that either she got it within 1 or 3 days of the police initially taking all of her electronic devices. And the biggest thing that I want to know, and I'm going to rant about this for a minute, why the fuck you need a $2,000 gaming chair? Look, I'm a drummer. I have expensive gear. Like the throne I'm using right now is a $400 throne. Like, so it's not cheap. But none of the thrones I've ever seen drumming wise, the highest I've ever seen them was $1,500, and that was because it has a built-in inner monitoring system. And the idea is that you could be able to just patch in the front of house into the drummer directly instead of having to wire him up separately from the system. So that makes sense. It has a built-in computer piece. But a fucking gaming chair? $2,000 for a fucking gaming chair? The fuck?
Narcissism.
It's like, I can understand if you spend $2,000 on microphones like I have, and streaming equipment like the Mac here that I'm using to stream this right now, and the mixing board that I bought. I can understand that. Like the headphones I'm wearing is like $120, so like none of this is cheap. I can understand that for the streaming equipment, but $2,000 for a fucking gaming chair. I told a friend of mine when I found out about that, I said, if I ever pay $2,000 for a gaming chair, you have the right to fly up here and slap the shit out of me. If I ever paid $2,000 for a gaming chair, ever.
Thankfully that will not happen. But let's keep watching the banger stuff.
because it's only going to get worse from here, folks.
Suspiciously raised the goal every time it was about to hit it. Now, to understand her dishonesty when it comes to the lawsuit, we need to understand her doxing, because this is psychotic. Kiwi Farms is famed for their documentation of lol cows. I think the term came from them. Slurs and misgendering run rampant on the website. There's no moderation. I grew up on Xbox Live. I don't really care, but it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It's a degenerate place for degenerate people that love documenting other degenerates, so it's not surprising.
Pretty much so.
Thread. Keffals would be targeted and harassed several times, the first one being the email.
I believe Mutahar also said in his video that originally Kiwi Farms was designed to document Chris Chan and the things he was doing.
I believe so. I believe it's just like a place for like people with a really like hardcore edgy sense of humor to just document like lolcows, which started with Chris Chan and then it snowballed into others like Cyrax and God knows who else you can think of.
Boogie 298A, Wings of Redemption. I believe, let's see, I know 8-Bit Eric, who's a friend of the channel. Shout out to 8-Bit Eric. He has one on there as well, where they've doxed his personal information. Review Tech USA has one, and obviously Keffals. So, let's see, I've been on Xbox Live, I've been on PlayStation Live, or now the PlayStation Network. Like I've been in degenerate situations, so I can't say that I am some perfect human being. But I don't think you'll ever see me on Kiwi Farms. I'm just not gonna touch that website.
Yeah, I'm only gonna go to Kiwi Farms if it's an absolute emergency for information. Otherwise, I'll just stick to easy stuff, thank you.
Yeah, and Facebook, Instagram, places like that, Twitter, because usually you get enough information there anyhow that you can put together the person's life for the most part. Because like I tell people, I'm an open book for the most part. There's some things I will never tell, obviously, because the internet doesn't need to know every single little thing about me. But for the most part, I try to be an open book. Because I've learned, like these videos, and we're gonna get back to it, but to make my point, I've learned that these videos, if you hide any real thing about you, people will find out one way or the other, and when they expose it, you're screwed. So it's best to be honest rather than lying, manipulating, and hiding it.
Well, yeah, don't lie, cheat, and steal. Just be honest.
Amen. That is the best way to live. Yeah, otherwise you're gonna set yourself up for failure. So let's continue on with this video.
Threat to City Hall. This got media coverage and pushed her GoFundMe off the ground. Keffals would try and get away, spending a night at a hotel, posting a picture of her cat, letting everyone know she was okay. The doxers then cross-referenced the bed sheets with other hotels in her city to find the one she was staying at. They sent her pizzas.
In the morning afterwards, 5 different pizza companies sent pizzas to my hotel room under my dead name. Obviously, it isn't the pizzas that are the problem, but it's a threat that they make.
She then had her Uber account hacked multiple times, doxing her again, and had hundreds of dollars.
I mean, I enjoy the food, but damn, you didn't think to lock your accounts down?
We're talking about Keffals here. Commie Canadians don't really think far ahead, to put it bluntly.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's continue.
Worth of stuff delivered to her. And every time she would get doxxed, she would blame it on Kiwi Farms, encouraging services like Cloudflare to drop the site so it would be shut down. This story blew up even more in the media, where she would be labeled a trans activist.
I'm a high-profile transgender activist. There's a big target on my back. The community that I built online was the only time we ever felt like a normal teenager.
Activist. Trans activist. That's a good one.
Activist. She's an activist. Sound like Beavis and fucking Butthead.
Exactly. That's what
oh my god. I got a soundboard, and because you called her a dumbass, I've got a special song for her. Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great. love using that soundboard.
Anger.
And the target on my back is because of that.
She would officially declare war on Kiwi Farms and its owner in a video titled "Things Have Escalated. Now I'm in hiding." This blew up the GoFundMe even more. And just like before, she would continue to raise the goal. It was already over $70,000 and she's like, actually, from this point on, now it's for the lawsuit.
Until then, I am keeping the GoFundMe up, but any donations towards it from this point forward will be strictly towards the legal fund.
Her attitude towards doxing would completely change. She'd say she needed to flee again, but to Europe. She needed to flee the internet to Europe. It makes no sense. You can't flee a website. Statistically speaking, the people doxing her likely didn't live anywhere near her. Streamers get swatted all the time. They don't flee. They don't travel to Europe announcing every country she's going to. She would then buy an IRL streaming setup so she could stream in the
So, if my memory correctly from the Mutahart video, he explained that often what you should do is go to your local police with the information about that your personal information has been posted and there has been threats made against you. So the police know to, instead of showing up, to call you first to see if there's anything going on. Then the other thing he brought up also was that it wasn't Kiwi Farms that was doing it. It was a website called Website X, which apparently the official name has never been released. And apparently that was the one that was doing it and not Kiwi Farms. Kiwi Farms was simply documenting the GoFundMe page. At least from what I understand.
Oh, it is. I don't know. It's been a bit since I kept up with this shit because it's kind of died down because, you know, that big Mutahart video exposed what kind of freak Devils is.
Yeah, when we get to the hormone stuff, it's gonna be brutal. Let's try
That
to,
is putting it
putting it
lightly.
mildly. Let's go.
But IRL streamers get doxxed even more. So you have to flee to Europe so people don't know where you are, but you're streaming your location. You go to TwitchCon, but you're streaming your location. People would become suspicious of her intentions, raising the goal, and she'd chalk them up as conspiracy theorists.
People were so gracious, they came together and they helped me out. And while I really respect it, it's brought a lot of people to do the QAnon brain bullshit about me, where they're saying I'm stealing money from my fans.
She announces she's going to Spain, then Ireland, staying with someone who's already been doxxed. This is stupid. She's mad at people for questioning her intentions of fleeing the country and buying a new streaming setup, but look at this. She would get doxxed for a bomb threat called in at a food truck because she's streaming herself there, and her response would be, oh, I just didn't think about it.
So why would you tweet like, hey, there's this, you know, I don't know, like a truck, right? Like a food truck that Kiwi Farms threatened to bomb. You never tweeted that there's a truck that Kiwi Farms threatened to bomb and you're going to IRL stream there?
Oh yeah, no, I did. I was gonna go to the truck. And
yeah, so like you're super in danger, so I'm gonna go to the truck.
Yeah, I already had police connections while I was in Ireland, and they knew ahead of time where I was going.
But you had police connections in Canada, and they knew where you were going, right?
Yeah, like what's your point though?
My point is none of this makes sense, Gaffles.
Like, do you think I'm like a robot? Like I am going to make like 100% the most logical decisions when I'm scared.
They're just asking you to stop posting your location. She's such a weasel. And every time she'd get doxxed, the media storm would start all over again. Kiwi Farms chasing Keffels around the world. Bigots hound transgender streamer. Forced to hide out in Belfast.
And I'm pretty sure that they called in, like they tried to
I'd forgotten about that phone call. Holy shit. What do you say to that?
Not exactly a very bright person. That's all I can really say. Is like, why would you announce your location? Because okay, you're getting doxxed. You know, you're dealing with that shit. First thing to do is like, if you want to move because you fear for your life, is I'm going to tell people where I live. That's totally gonna stop people from finding out where I live, right?
I know, right? Like it's gonna stop the doxers.
Yeah, we all know what the answer to that is. You know, they're just gonna be like, we know who you are, so Yeah, not exactly a big brain move here, but yet again, look what we're talking about here. Someone who's just retard.
I mean, that's the only way you can describe it. It's so fucking stupid. It's just, oh my god. Oh my god. Let's continue. My brain hurts from this. I'm getting a migraine again from it.
Bought us?
We can't tell if it's the same person.
We can't tell if it's the same person, but shortly after this photo was taken, the police knocked on the door to tell us that someone had reported a murder in this flat.
Her fans were concerned as to why she was telling people where she was going, and she's like, Europe's big, Ireland's dense.
I'm currently in Ireland. I am staying with
one of the smallest countries on the face of this planet, and that's the one you go to. No, don't stay in the US. No, don't stay in Mexico. No, Ireland's perfectly fine. Look, I don't hate the Irish people, love the Irish people, but it's just, it don't make sense. It doesn't.
Yeah, why would you go to a smaller country on the other side of the world? It's not gonna stop.
If anything, it's only going to get worse. Let's just keep going.
I'm safe. Things are good. Don't tell people what country. It is completely fine. Do you know how dense Ireland is? Very dense country.
Every IRL streamer to ever exist gets doxxed and swatted. She would be asked by Nick Diorio and Keemstar about this.
Yeah, but I always thought to myself, I'm like, if people are really out to get you and you're in hiding, you're like live streaming like at VidCon, like I feel like you're like,
oh yeah,
you're not really in hiding.
I wasn't at that point. Like I hired a security consulting firm, and I was basically like, do you think things have chilled at this point? And they're like, yeah, probably.
So you aren't fleeing. This is just a vacation. She would contradict herself again in a private Patreon stream.
I have not been able to focus on actually taking legal action because I was still concerned for my well-being and my safety. The only reason I ended up going to TwitchCon is because a security firm that I hired, and I can't go into the specifics because I signed a non-disclosure agreement, told me that they thought that the heat died down and it would have been safe for me to travel there, which I essentially see as a work trip.
What about everything else you've been doing? She won't answer, which is...
Make up your mind, eh? It's very sus.
Just... The fuck?
They're a little too sus.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, let's continue.
I feel like she's only saying she's fleeing to justify not working on the lawsuit, which is what most of the money was raised for. In the same stream, she would admit to purposely putting herself in a doxable position so that she would get more media attention.
By intentionally making myself a lightning rod, so I could make kiwi farms more vicious and attack me to the point where Cloudflare had no choice. Because every time they attacked me, I publicized it. One of the things that I did intentionally for the success of the campaign was make myself a lightning rod. I egged them on. I egged Kiwi Farms on. I wanted them to attack me because by doing that, I was able to show the world how fucking vile they are.
Okay, let me zoom into the camera for a second. Couples, if you happen to ever watch this, this is for you.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
You are a dumbass. At no point in your incoherent ramblings,
Dummy, yeah, you're a dummy, yeah.
nowhere in your incoherent rant was there ever a thought process that came across. Everyone here who heard that is now dumber because of it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Jesus loves you. Convert now.
Amen.
our Discord. Oh, it's just Kiwi Farms chuds. I don't know, they could keep laughing at me. They effed with me and I got 100K. Directly got them deplatformed from Cloudflare. I won. And Keffals would redirect the hate towards Kiwi Farms and their provider Cloudflare.
I was up till like 8 a.m. because we decided at the last minute to do a protest in front of where the Cloudflare Connect conference is being hosted in Sydney, Australia. The Online Safety Act actually forbids cyber abuse content, like the kind that's hosted at Kiwi Farms. And apparently Kiwi Farms does get routed through Australia.
It does, yeah.
So unless the people who run the servers that get routed through Australia are willing to pay a $500,000 fine, they need to drop Kiwi Farms.
But here's the thing, the people doxing and swatting Keffals wasn't Kiwi Farms. It was actually a much more malicious website. I'm not going to name the site because if 100,000 people watch this video, statistically speaking, a couple of them are going to be crazy. I don't want them looking up her or her family's personal information. So I will call it Website Zero. Website Zero is what Keffals portrays Kiwi Farms as.
Okay, because I've heard it called Website X, Website Zero. I would be curious to know what website it actually is. To know what the actual name of that website is.
Probably some.
It's
Probably on the dark web.
I suspect as much. That's my suspicion, that it's on the dark web, that it's not that it's not on the clear web or the surface web. Anyhow, that face right there. That face right there. Look at his face.
Doxing.
It's kind of like
Oh yeah.
it's like the Arlie Erming face from Full Metal Jacket. And he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, when you deal with like crazy drama stuff like that, it's only gonna lead into, well, insanity.
Oh, yeah, it's indeed a well of insanity. Let's continue.
Farms is a glorified gossip forum where people troll and use slurs. People do dox on it, but it's not what the site is for. Saying otherwise is like getting doxed on Twitter and then saying all of Twitter is a doxing site. Website Zero is a malicious group of hackers and doxers meant to harass their target, not just online, but in real life as well. They had the email that got her swatted. They have proof of her hacked Uber Eats orders, showing that's how they kept doxing her. They explained how they confirmed her new address in Ireland with the dox of her roommate by the shape of the doorknob in the background. When her family was swatted, what website was actively talking about it at the time?
I just want to say this real quick. I was thinking about it while I was listening to it, and I'm reading some of the comments on my Discord server about it. Is if these people are capable of figuring all of this out about a person, right? Why don't they put this effort into solving crimes? Like, because they could easily solve so many more crimes if they were willing to put this effort in.
Because they don't give a shit.
Probably so. That's probably my guess. That would be my guess. That's just a thought that came across my head.
Just pay these people. Pay them some good cash. You might get work done. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine 1 or 2 Bitcoins might do it, given how much Bitcoin is worth.
Probably more than that, but that's a good start.
That would be a good negotiating point, but anyhow, let's continue.
Website Zero. It's like the most complicated way to harass somebody. They would even fool me when they would file a complaint to the Copyright Claims Board on behalf of Keffals using White Forest as the copyright enforcer, trying to make it look like she wanted to revoke Kiwi Farms' safe harbor privileges. You could read just how ridiculous that sounds. I reached out to White Forest and the person who filed the claim, and they said they never did. You need to put a lot of personal information to file a complaint like this, meaning it was most likely Website Zero, and she knows it's been them the entire time, actively trying to silence people who talk about it. Saying in her DMs with Destiny, I was scared. Website Zero users aren't stupid like Kiwi Farms users. So this whole campaign is built off of a lie. Website Zero was too scary to go after, so she made it about the infamous troll site. Like what? Is 4chan next? Hey, it's more marketable anyway.
All of us are here talking about like Website X. We're all talking about how bad it is, how it's like a secret, how we don't speak the name of it, but everyone knows it and everyone's worried about it. And it's like, it sounds like the perfect website for a campaign for them to get dropped by their fucking service provider. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't think the momentum is there for that, though. Like, with the Drop Kiwi Farms campaign, it was just really opportune timing. I had all this media attention on me, and journalists were, like, following every fucking thing I said and did.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know about the second website until they went after me.
Yeah, but when you describe it as, like, a worse version of the same website, but whoa, please don't talk about it, that's crazy.
Well, it's like, it's different.
If it's still affecting us from websites like Twitter, I don't know what the point of going to every individual random website is to try to...
Okay, where do I even begin on that one? Where do I even begin? Where the fuck do I even begin? I know where I'll begin. So you're telling me that of all the websites you could go after, you could have taken down that are legitimately horrible, that share horrible content or do horrible things. Yeah, picked a trolling website? For what purpose? The fuck?
Marketability? I don't know.
What marketability? What is she marketing?
Just herself and an easy thing, something to know is like, oh, that's bad, because you think Kiwi Farms, you think, oh, isn't that like a bad site or something? Like, you gotta convince like these normies, because they probably have no idea what like this random ass site is. They probably like, what is that? People are stupid.
Oh, my head hurts. Let's continue.
Try to change.
Oh yeah, no, I think. Yeah, no, I don't think it would be effective.
Also, I hate her.
And it wasn't effective. Kiwi Farms is still up. And if she's deceiving her audience, her donors, and the media about this, it makes me question her lawsuit a whole lot more.
That's perfect.
That right there, in case you're wondering, was made by the creator of what was it, Rick and Morty, with the help from the animators at Adult Swim. That was made based on a real case in Georgia where a defendant who murdered his cellmate because he allegedly tried to have sex with him over a box of coffee. After the guy had been arrested and charged for Grand Theft Auto and murder in the second degree, refused to plead, refused to cooperate with the judge, so the judge threatened him with 10 years in prison for pretty much disobeying the court. To which then the guy told the judge to suck his dick, and he said that the judge has a mighty fine mouth to suck his dick, and then the judge said, oh yeah, I bet you would love me to bend over those butt boys for you. And it just got very degenerate. It is the funniest audio you'll ever hear, based on the transcript that was written. The fight went on for 9 minutes straight.
Oh, that sounds great. Let's keep watching.
Sometime me and you should do a reaction stream to it, just for the fun of it.
When I was covering her lawsuit 2 years ago, I was seriously questioning if she had any real plans with the money. It's now crystal clear to me.
Oh my god, just your theme song is playing. I just caught that.
Would go to a lawsuit against the police for violating my rights
and build a legal fund to protect my rights.
And on Sorrenti's end, the story is not yet over. She's waiting for London Police Service to finish their investigation and told Global News she planned to sue.
She'd continue to encourage people to donate by saying legal fees are expensive and that she's consulting with 3 lawyers.
People have been really questioning, mostly bad faith people. I haven't seen a lot of people do this.
I've got a best friend as a lawyer, and he's just helping me with doing business work, as far as like helping set up the business I'm trying to start up. But Jesus Christ, you consulted 3 lawyers and none of them was able to help you? I think that's the hint, lady.
Yeah, that's way overboard. That's why I'm like, okay, fucking 3, that's insane. 1 to be like, okay, I can buy it, but 3, that's why I'm like, okay, are we getting into some WWE territory where this is fake?
I was like, I gotta know. Are you like gonna sue the fucking federal government or something? What's happening here?
good faith. But I've had a lot of people questioning my GoFundMe fundraiser. People kept asking me why I'm raising the goal when it hits the goal. And the reason why is because, yes, I'm using these funds to move, but more importantly, once I'm safe, the rest of those funds are going to be used for legal expenses.
Then it became, well, I might sue the police. I'm not sure. They've been nice to me.
After it first happened, I was very mad at the police. And I wanted to hold their feet to the fire as much as possible. I wanted to even potentially pursue legal action against them. But they've taken the threat against my life very seriously.
I hate the background. I hate it with a passion. And my friend Luna in the video, to kind of spoil it for you, she goes, because I asked her about what she thought of like the way this scene looks and the way she looks in it. She goes, she looks like a smashed watermelon gave birth to a baby. I was like, oh damn.
Look. Yeah. I mean, you can just tell Keffals is trans without even like hearing it talk. Just like that jawline and just like, ugh. I get it. It's fucking, you don't expect it natural, but it's like, good lord, it just Keffals looks distracting and not in a good way.
Well, it's like, if you were going to take the money and not use it for the lawsuit, why not get plastic surgery to change your jawline, to change like the way you look? Why not finish the process? Why? Because it looks like you did it halfway through. That's my thing. Is it looks like she was halfway through with it and just decided to give up. Like, I don't normally judge people by their appearance, but it's like, I'm just saying you could do more to change how your video looks right here. Because I hate it. And I hate the lighting too, because it makes you look bad. But at least why she doesn't have a unibrow, so she gets points for that. She doesn't have a unibrow. Like I've seen some people.
Yeah, thank the Lord for that, I guess.
Amen. Let's continue. Oh, what are you doing? What you there?
Last week, we talked about
hello.
The trans activist who was swatted.
I don't want you doing that. There you go.
Then it became, well, I might sue the police. I'm not sure. They've been nice to me.
After it first happened,
I'm used to it.
Very mad
it's YouTube
at
for
the
you.
Police. And I wanted to hold their feet to the fire as much as possible. I wanted to even potentially pursue legal action against them.
As long as it gets rid of the comments.
The threat against my life.
Because those were getting distracting.
And I want to see justice.
It then becomes, I never said I was going to sue the police at all. I was being very careful with my language.
I keep raising it. The reason that I did that in the first...
It's like, are we sure?
You said you want to sue police because I don't know what it is with leftoids. They just outright hate the cops, and I get it, cops can be pretty shitty, at times. Let's not kid ourselves, but it's like, it's just like, anti-police bad. It's like not even thinking critically. It's like, if your life is in danger, as you claim, you don't think the police is gonna take that seriously, do their job, because that's what the cops do. They make sure to do their best job they can, following the law and all that shit. I guess that's a little too complex for someone like Keffals.
Well, the thing is that, yes, there is a lot of corrupt officers. Don't get me wrong, there's corruption anywhere you go. But however, there's a lot of officers who do their job, and their job is to serve and protect the people. So if your life is in danger, their job is to help you with that. I can understand a security firm to an extent having to consulting a security firm with like understanding how to secure certain things, like how to lock down passwords, password managers, what I should use, what I shouldn't use, like VPNs that I could live stream off of to try and mask the IP in case someone's tracking the IP. I can understand that. Like cameras that don't need Wi-Fi access, that can just be wired in, like streaming software that is locked down, like a lockdown version of OBS or whatever. I can understand that. But what I don't understand is going to sue the police and then turning around and saying, "Oh, never mind, I'm not going to do it." Like, what was the point of the GoFundMe if you weren't going to sue them? Like, so who are you going to sue then? And well, we know who she was going to sue. We found out.
Yeah, it turned out to be a complete waste of fucking time. So I was like, oh wow, thanks for stealing money from the innocent people that got into your bullshit.
And because it's in Canadian dollars and not US, she stole, like, what was it? It was about $100,000, and apparently it's still going. And even Mudahar donated to it, and I died laughing at that line. Let's see. Wouldn't it be like something close to 60,000 US? I think it's what the math works out to.
Yeah, you pay more like in Canadian dollars. Like if I remember correctly, because fucking hockey and shit, if you pay like, I don't know, a hockey player like $5 million or some shit, that's the salary. It'd be like more in Canada. It'd be like, well, you have to pay like $6 million or something like that Canadian, even though the salary is $5 million, just to like, you know, in just if like the player was playing for like an American team where it's $5 million. I could be wrong in that, but it's something like that. You have to pay more with Canadian dollars than American dollars because that's how it is.
Let's see, I'm punching it right now. USD to, what is the Canadian? Isn't it CAD? Yeah, CAD.
Yeah, it should be.
Let's see, $100,000. Because $1,000 from US to Canadian dollars is about $1,369. That's
so it's more.
So if I was to, well, let me fix the math here real quick for it. 0.
Here.
I'm fixing it for it right now. If $100,000 US was donated to her, that translates to $136,911.33 Canadian.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of money.
Assuming that
it's more money.
Assuming that it's a US dollars being translated to Canadian, not Canadian to US. And that's assuming that every person that donated to her in US dollars. Because of the amount of media attention she got, there's possibilities that she could have got euros to dollars. So who knows? But just based on the math here, it's like the same math me and Irish did when we were talking about how much Sony would lose over the Helldivers 2 thing. Like, they were looking at anywhere from $12 to $120 million on day one of their lockdown. And that would only increase as it went. But praise the Lord, Sony reversed course. Then they turned around and decided to go after God of War instead. Let's continue.
Sony be Sony'd.
Sony be stupid.
Was because I wanted it to be $100,000 from the beginning, but I didn't know if I would get that money. So when it kept coming in, I just kept raising the cap until I got there. I never said that I was going to sue the police. I wanted to be very careful with the language that I used because I don't know exactly what the plan is.
Were you being intentionally misleading when you wrote that? Well, I didn't say. It's clearly the impression everyone got. The way she writes off people is hilarious.
They just keep shifting it further and further so they can just keep trying to raise as much money as possible. One of the
Yes. Problem?
A few weeks later, Keffals would hire.
I forgot about that. Hey, Keffals. I got another phrase for you. It's a pretty good one. It's like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I got a problem with that. You little bastard. Stealing money.
Stealing. Bad Keffals. Very bad.
Dumb motherfucker. Let's continue.
Canadian.
Fucking stole $136,000, you dumb motherfucker. Let's continue.
Private investigator to dox a Kiwi Farms user she thought doxed her and sent him photos of him and his parents. Except that's not him. So she just doxed a random guy. Keffals would claim that these are fake, but the guy proved it by linking it back to her Discord. But we don't even need that because Keffals bragged about doing it herself at 3 a.m. before promptly deleting the tweet. When people would ask for a breakdown for how the money is being spent, she refused to elaborate, saying, "I will never do a GoFundMe breakdown for bad faith."
Oh yeah, this is the part where Mudahar said, well, I donated to you, so can I ask you the question where the money went? Damn.
You call it own.
We call it getting owned. Let's continue.
Everyone who has donated has a refund button. Somebody asks, can you prove you were pushing litigation? I have no intentions of knowing what it is or what you're pushing. Can you just give us some proof you were actually pursuing legal action? Keffals would reply, can you prove this tweet didn't ratio you? He would ask again, can you show one piece of evidence you paid for a lawyer with the money donated towards your legal fund? And she would respond with a Wojak. Showing a breakdown of the money donated you for legal purposes should be something you want to do. It's so easy to prove. You just need receipts. It wouldn't be until a month later where Keffals would admit that she hasn't worked on the lawsuit.
Just like explaining all of the things that have happened that have made it hard for me to focus on getting to the point that I could even consider legal action.
This is the moment where Tipster was like, and I want to talk about Tipster for a minute, where Tipster was like, yeah, don't you think she, I'm going to switch back real quick, don't you think she like cleans up really nicely, like puts a little makeup on, dyes her hair just a little bit, puts like a little bit of fake as hell eyelashes, and goes, doesn't she look very cute? I don't think it's wrong of me to say. What the hell, Tipster? Anyhow. Oh, by the way, I got blocked for him.
Everyone gets blocked by Tipster, but yeah, Tipster, he has a kink for trainees. I don't know what it is, but he just does. I don't know why. Sus. He's fat. Apparently, he's gone now. Good riddance. I don't think Scott Steiner can save your ass. So goodbye, Tub Lord.
Oh my god. Well, he's on Twitch now.
Goody, so he's just boring.
Yeah, he only does video game streams now. He doesn't quote unquote talk about drama.
That's probably for the best, because if he did, he probably just kept getting owned. So weird W, I guess.
Oh my god, he's fucking stupid. Like, that's all I can say to that, is he's fucking stupid. Cause, what was it? To tell you the story of how I got blocked real quick, because it's really funny, and then we'll get back to making it in front of Keffals some more. So Tipster went after 8-Bit Eric, because 8-Bit Eric talked about the lady, what's her name, that put a $30,000 bounty on a guy's head because he made the article Free Stellar Blade. The Stellar Blade was being censored for a while. Sony has rolled back some of the censoring, but not all of it. And they've also fixed the gameplay too, because the gameplay was also broken. So when Epic Eric tweeted out stating that he's like, this is fucking crazy, you're threatening someone's life over a video game, Tips was like, oh, that's a joke and you're just retarded, you don't know what you're talking about. To which then I told him, bro, she's fucking threatening to kill someone over a video game. How is this a joke? To which he goes, you need to stop capping, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. To which he goes, you just need to stop capping. I said, yeah, I'll stop capping as long as you stop capping with your golf mommies. Yeah.
Yeah, proceed to block.
Yep, got a block from that.
Not surprised. The Tippy boy, it's easy to get triggered. You don't even need to try, and you'd be like, Doc. It's like the least impressive block. It's like, I got blocked by Tip.
That game blocked by Tipster.
Great. Who hasn't been blocked by that Tub Lord?
It's like getting blocked by tipsters. It's like getting in with the college sobriety girl that bangs everybody in the college.
Yeah, that's just a legal prostitute. Boobies hit the floor. That's all it's good for.
Oh my god. Just like Keffels. Let's go. I just put that image in your head.
More of that, but yeah, let's keep going.
Vacation, dude.
Now I'm going to be focusing more on the legal things because I'm settled down. I'm back in Canada.
I will say I do like the I forget what that's called in the back, but I do like that. That is beautiful. I can't remember what it's called, but I actually do like that because I like Japanese style art. At least I think that's Japanese. I hope I'm not being racist. But I guarantee that thing was probably made in China.
Yeah, it's definitely some Korean Japanese shit, but yeah, we gotta start roasting there, Taz. Roast of the century.
I have time to work on this now.
Oh, trust me, as it goes, I will roast her.
Suing because then it would give them time to burn all their evidence.
During the process of actually taking legal action, one of the first steps that you need to do is collect evidence. And if you announce prematurely who you are taking legal action against, it gives that party an opportunity to try and destroy.
I'm about to say you're legally required to notify that person that you are suing them. That's part of the process. It is to allow and then you have to go to discovery phase, which is where everybody hands over everything to everyone, and also over to the courts, so that way there is no hidden surprises on the evidence. So it doesn't matter if you tell them you're going to sue them or not, because you're still legally required to do it anyhow. Your defense is what we call stupid, and you are a
dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
That one coming.
Oh, that's what she said last night. Oh.
Oh, ow, ow, ow. Shoot these scores.
Got him.
God almighty, got him, he killed him.
God almighty, he killed him. Good God. That's it, she's dead.
As much evidence as possible.
So I stopped the damn match.
I'm not even going to publicly comment on the party either.
A few weeks later, she'd go on live stream, seemingly inebriated, saying she's depressed.
Hello, Keffels. I'm a 3 months HRT trans girl. I'd just like to say you're my role model. Look.
That's fucking sad if you're
I'm proud of you.
Your role model.
Yeah, you know, it's like I don't fault the person too much because they didn't know at the time. A lot of people like that don't know. It's like
True, but still, it's like, let's put it this way: it's like saying that, oh, my love life got better because of watching Destiny. Like, we all know that's just you're capping. That's some sad shit.
Amen. Let's continue.
But you should pick a better role model, like for instance, SpongeBob, because like SpongeBob's never done it.
Does SpongeBob have to do with this?
Oh my God!
Why am I trying to figure out logic in Keffels? Just no.
I mean, they're
like trying to find political substance from watching
Review Tech USA.
Vosh stream. You know it's not gonna happen.
Oh no. No, the fuck he's not. No. God. And Eric, you want to suck my tremendous balls. Let me put my spray tan balls in your mouth. And then he would go, oh, yes, sir. Oh, with brown stuff all over his face. Referencing the live stream where he quote unquote said, rest in peace, Jay Hoof's career. Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeehaw, partner.
Yeehaw! Ow!
Shuck on balls.
Suck on my tremendous balls. Why am I doing it with the Italian hands? Suck on my Italian. Suck on my Italian meatballs. Oh, I'm gonna get canceled for that. I'm so gonna get canceled. If I ever get famous, I'm gonna get canceled for all the shit I've done so far.
Sure, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna see like a video from you 2 weeks later. Why Dana Timms is a transphobe?
That's ever happens.
Oh god. Fuck. Oh, I'm killing myself for my own jokes. God, I'm turning into fucking Rich. Let's go. Where's the applause button? Here it is. Yeah, I got a good point. Yeah, Google fish. Yeah. And then he starts watching Phil again.
Oh, keep watching the video.
Wrong, I don't think. That's, yeah. Are you proud? What the fuck is there to be proud of? Shut up. Shut up. Okay, fine, I'm super
Why are you telling your audience members to shut up?
Join the club.
It's not very nice.
Step in the line.
She's gotta be fucking high out of her mind.
Could you grab me the mic arm?
Crack.
What?
All you're doing is talking about how much you hate yourself once.
Oh my god, you didn't think to mute the mic?
She was signing up for rehab. In the next few days, I'll be admitted to rehab. The doctor said because of the drugs I'm addicted to, without medical supervision, detoxing will kill me. This was in February, meaning this whole time she might have been addicted. When she got out of rehab, she held a Patreon-only stream saying she was addicted to drugs since she talked to Keemstar. This is before she even determined who she was suing.
Around the end of 2022, I started drinking.
The microphone's not pointing at her face and it bothers me a lot.
It was around the time that I was in fights with Keemstar.
Yeah, it makes the stream make a lot more sense.
And then as more and more shit started happening, I started doing cocaine at the start.
My friend is addicted to cocaine.
I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the cocaine chases my blues away. And I feel okay. Yeah, I'm gonna sue someone, I don't know who. Then I'm gonna steal $100,000 from my fans. 'Cause I got friends in low places.
Look, banger. That needs to be a diss. We need to do a collaboration diss track. That would be a banger idea. We gotta make diss tracks great again. Turkey Tom, move aside. We're gonna take over.
Get the fuck out of my way, Turkey Tom. AJ Timms is in town, and the Timms is taking over. Long live the Den of Timms.
Oh, hell yeah.
2023. 8 days into a cocaine bender, I found out that the coke that I was doing was cut with meth. So for 8 days straight, I was doing coke and meth.
Are you not dead again?
How the fuck did you not die from that?
Yeah, for real. That's some insane shit.
Because I've lost friends to fentanyl. So I'm surprised, first of all, it didn't have fentanyl in it. And secondly, holy shit, how much drugs did you do? In 8 fucking days? God bless America.
Yeah.
Jesus balls, mate.
I had a friend come over to help me detox. And
And I tried to just go back to my life like nothing ever happened. And I tried my best to make it so no one knew how bad things were. As I really didn't want to let people down.
Really?
Especially because I know there's a lot of people in my audience that look up to me. And I don't want to let them down.
She talks about how an argument in a Twitter space made her want to off herself.
I was going through coke withdrawal while I was in that Twitter space. And I was so irritable that I just had to pause for a second and I started calling them retards. And that kicked off so much shit. After the fallout from all of that and all of the drama, I decided, fuck it. I figured out how to get drugs on the dark net. And I started making a plan to kill myself. I started doing coke and meth and benzos. And I was planning on ordering heroin from the dark net.
I wouldn't wish drug addiction on my worst enemy, but
I did not mean to do this.
That's perfect timing. He's like, Wojak meme. Someone made that into a Wojak.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I was actually gonna say something very serious about it. I apologize. I did not mean to pause on his face.
That makes it even better.
So, accidental comedic timing. You should subscribe, everyone who's watching the stream right now, to see accidental comedy. But to get more serious, I have to agree with Willie. I would never wish drug addiction on anyone, ever. Like, alcohol and drug addiction cost me my uncle, because he served in Vietnam, and after my father passed away, his alcohol... my father, his brother, passed away. The alcohol addiction got worse because he couldn't handle between seeing the shit he saw in Vietnam and losing his brother, my father. Like, addictions like that are horrific. And I use his story not to mock him, but to warn people that if you're going through that, reach out to somebody. That's why I always tell people, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are dealing with anything, you're dealing with depression, anxiety, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, I'm here. My DMs are open. Let's talk. I would rather sit and have a 4-hour conversation where you fucking call me everything underneath the sun than you to be dead the next morning because of an addiction. That is exactly how I look at it. I would rather be mocked and hated than to watch someone die of an addiction. That is how I feel about it. And that's how I felt about Rich.
Amen to that.
That's why people like Eric didn't understand, because I was like, my personal experiences with all of that, I've seen how that stuff goes. And I broke stuff on my little background here. So I just don't want to see people suffer from that. So to that, I will not mock Keffals. However, I will say, you stole $136,000. What the fuck?
You got some serious repenting to do for that, Keffals.
Amen. I tell people all the time, the first step to salvation is repenting to the Lord and asking for forgiveness. Then the next step is to make it right with those you have hurt. And if they wish not to accept your apology, then that's their problem. They will suffer the consequences of it and not you. But you have to make an honest effort to change. And I don't think that's ever going to happen with Keffals. That's just my opinion. And I still can't get over that I paused on that face.
Yeah, some crazy shit.
He looked like he just saw, like he's having flashbacks to when his wife got cucked. He's like, oh my god. Or maybe he saw Rich's titties live and he went, oh my god.
Or this fangirl. If you know, you know.
Oh yeah.
Boobies.
My other favorite is to spit on that thing. Which, by the way, she stole that from the Iron Sheik.
Go figure. But let's keep watching.
Oh. Hit the pause button again.
Wouldn't trust them with $100,000. And if you think the money situation is confusing, wait until you see the actual lawsuit. On May 3rd, 2023, Keffals would finally present the official lawsuit going through the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario, and it would be against London Police Services. These are just papers, nothing's gone to trial yet. Congratulations to Keffals for actually getting something filed and settling on the police like her GoFundMe insinuated. I had my doubts. However, the lawsuit's claims and some of Keffals' goals don't make a whole lot of sense to me. Some of her complaints line up copy-paste from the GoFundMe. Like at the time of arrest, LPS officers referred to Clara by her dead name, or the management system meant that some things were booked under her dead name, and that her property was labeled under it.
During the arrest, the police officer referred to me by my dead name. This is one of the property bags returned to me after I was released from custody.
It's her old last name. Does that quantify as a hate crime? If a woman's arrested and referred to under her ex-husband's last name, is that really a violation of her human rights? The police defense is that it was a clerical error due to her having interactions with the police before.
That's the one thing I'm going to disagree with Willie real quick here. That's not the same thing, because the wife usually inherits her widow's last name. That's just how it is. And from what I understand, her maiden name usually changes to the last name that she had. So to that, I say that argument doesn't quite make sense to me. That's just my opinion on it. You may disagree, and the audience may disagree, but that's just how I feel about it. I think the police should do a better job to ensure that they know who they have arrested and not just assume.
Well, to wait and see, but let's keep watching.
She changed her name. The police chief also notes that they need to develop a mechanism to ensure accuracy and avoid hurtful or disrespectful interactions in the future. Ultimately, it's up to the court to determine if this is discrimination or not. LPS and LPS's record system failed to record that Miss Sorrenti was transgender and was at greater risk of a swatting as a result, despite being warned in March 2022. Keffals' brother warned the police that she was a swatting risk 5 months before the swatting incident.
In fact, my brother called London Police Services on March 27th in a conversation lasting 9 minutes and 16 seconds to see if my family could be put on a no swatting list, only to be treated like we were wearing tinfoil hats and completely dismissed.
It is ridiculous that they didn't take her seriously despite her being such a large creator. This next one though, I'm convinced she just made it up. At the time of arrest, one of the officers pressed her hand against Miss Sorrenti's breast and said, "Yep, it's a she." What? She is...
Bro,
When I first heard Munahar say that, I died laughing so hard. Here's the image I got in my head was that, imagine me, the officer, right, walking up to her, "Ma'am, you're under arrest," puts handcuffs on her, grip. "Yeah, she's a woman. Put her in the car."
What?
That's just me.
Never mentioned this before, not in her Kickstarter, not in her initial video, not in any of her streams following it up. Maybe I'm missing something and someone can link me, because I find it impossible that she hasn't mentioned this before now. It also states that since Keffals was stressed from the swatting, she saw a 25% reduction in income, and the numbers are redacted. This is surprising because this is when she was at her most relevant. I assume she just streamed less. Her case is demanding that LPS admit they discriminated against her, that they pay the damages to her dignity and self-respect of $75,000, have the LPS compensate her loss of income and special damages in the form of $50,000. She wants them to change her record management system and have LPS officers use body cams when interacting with trans members. And it's true, the City of London did not have body cams when swatting her, but the City of London...
That I do agree with. All officers should have body cams on them, because that just makes everything so much easier, at least in my opinion. What do you think?
But saves you a lot of time.
and proves one way or the other of what happened. Because what was it? As I've always stated, people can lie, documents can be changed, but the blockchain don't lie. And part of that blockchain is the camera. Well, and now with AI, you can just fuck everything up, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it?
Just use AI for everything.
Yeah, very much so.
Already had an initiative to get body cams on officers by the beginning of 2025. Not just for trans interactions, but all the time. She DM'd me in February saying, the cops have good lawyers. Of course they do. If I could get one thing in office, it would be body cams. Since the police don't use them in my hometown, it's my word versus theirs. The next few sections is asking them to apply by human rights laws, and it ends with saying that if Keffals wins the case, the LPS needs to publish the verdict to the front page of their website. It's so petty, I love it. Now, there's a lot of questions relating to this complaint. When this was filed on April 10th, 2023. In response, LPS launched an investigation on themselves with the Special Investigations Unit, saying this was the first time they ever heard of the alleged assault, and they determined that they found themselves innocent, but I haven't gotten the report yet, so take that however you want. Also, Keffals, in a now deleted tweet she posted in February 2024, the papers have been processed, but they are still awaiting dates to appear before the tribunal. I'm told this could take between a minimum of 2 years and at worst 6 years. She's claiming that the trial has not even started yet, which may be true, but she deleted it a minute later. I don't know how to take that. She's so not transparent.
What the hell do you even say?
Lying, when she's telling
what the hell do you even say that?
It makes the research process for this so painful. I tried reaching out to her in DMs, sending 2 messages. She then proceeded to block me and called me a stalker for signing up for a Patreon to do research, even though she's done this exact same thing. She's making it seem like reaching out before making a video is a bad thing. It's not. I have a lot more to say about Keffals when it comes to the promotion of DIY hormones for minors, her self-destructive side.
I love that argument. You're a stalker because you subscribe to a Patreon or you followed the person on Twitter. Because I've gotten the same thing myself, and I'm like, really?
What? Am I not allowed to? Am I not allowed to follow you? Oh no! Heavens forbid I follow someone. Not like I have a job to do, anything like that. And it's called you're a public figure. Oh no! That would be illogical.
How dare you? How dare you want to do your job? Fuck you. What a god. And we're coming right up to the end of this video, I believe.
The Catboy Ranch Discord and the Human Rights Tribunal case. But I need more time to confirm that information. So subscribe to the channel. I want to shout out Doomer Media, who did a lot of the legwork in the research and script department. Honestly, I feel like we both hurt ourselves. And shout out to the homies over.
So I'm going to switch over places real quick, because we're going to move on to the next video.
Last week, we talked about Keffals, the trans activist who was swatted and raised over $100,000 for a lawsuit, and then seemingly spent the money on vacation, buying unnecessary
what the fuck?
And getting addicted to drugs.
So for 8 days straight, I was doing coke and meth.
All while lying to her audience about fleeing the country. After making a video about these legitimately serious accusations, Keffals would...
I feel like I should state this real quick. My channel is not a anti-LGBT, whatever the fuck labels it is. And I'm not anti-trans. This is not anti-trans content or anything like that. I am open door to anybody. Except for pedophiles and Nazis. That is my exceptions. And racist, that's the third. Basically, don't be a dick and be a decent human being. However, I am making this because I want to clown on this fucking bullshit activist who is a bullshit liar who fucked over so many trans people. Fuck you, Keffals. Let's continue.
On stream again, completely inebriated. Just look at her eyes.
Whoa.
Oh god, that is beyond dialed.
I'm starting to think Trump isn't as good at business. He's not good at business. He's
what
real
evidence?
Bad at business.
What evidence?
Also, I want you all to know that I'm not intoxicated in any way. I've just been up.
You are high. I've been up for the better part of 14 hours. This is what I look like. Do I look high? That's what I thought. She's high out of her mind.
33 hours. So
normal to me.
The reason I'm like this right now is because my brain is dying.
Is she short-circuiting? She never finishes her thought. She then starts a new sentence and forgets halfway through again.
It's not...
She sounds like fucking rich.
This is sad. Somebody then asks her about me in my video, and she quotes Lennon.
Are we gonna talk about the Willie Mack video?
Super cute.
Hold on, I have a quote to read out. I would like to paraphrase the late Russian revolutionary Vladimir Lenin. Why should we bother to reply to Willie Mack? He would reply to us, and we would have to reply to his reply. There's no end to that. It will be quite enough for us to announce that Willie Mack is a traitor to the working class, and everyone will understand. So that's my statement.
Quoting a commie and not even making it sound logical? Good lord. You need a retard alert sound.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
Oh my god, just my brain hurts now. My brain hurts. Like super painful hurts. I don't
Rod is admitted.
Fuck. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what the fuck to say to that. What the fuck do I say to that? Audience members?
We don't.
I just... Let's continue. I can't with this woman.
There's no fucking point. None of this shit ever ends. I don't care. He can say whatever he wants about me, and I think that he can fucking eat shit. Who cares?
When Keffel says there's no point in responding because then we'll respond infinitely, that's not true. I'm accusing you of misappropriating GoFundMe money. You can easily prove me wrong by showing a breakdown of the money. She writes this off as normal drama. It's actually quite serious.
I said that I was done. I said that I was done, and I am done. I'm actually done. I'm not doing drama coverage.
H3H3 has shown a breakdown of his crowdfunded money in the past. Carl Jobst has done the same. Why can't you? Here's the...
Amen. And Carl Jobs is one of the best fucking YouTubers of all time. Can I get an amen?
I think a response. Nah.
Yeah, you're a dick. You're a dick. I was nothing but nice to you. Fucking Canadians.
We're not so polite, eh?
Oh my god, I know that was coming. You damn Canadians over there, boys. Them boys they're Yankees. We need to get rid of them. Oh, I hope no one ever clips that and takes it out of context.
Well, someone's probably gonna do that anyway.
I think I'm staring at the person who will.
It would, but I'm too lazy to do that, eh?
Fucking Canadian version of rich. Oh, let's continue.
Keffels has already admitted to misappropriating funds in a video titled I Was Graped. The ex accuses Keffels of abuse. She accuses her ex of abuse. They have a competition for who has the most mental baggage.
Althea accused me of economic exploitation in the form of economic abuse, saying that I trashed the apartment we shared and that I made her pay $1,200 in repairs. How is that not exploitative? The apartment was partially trashed because of the police searching for a handgun after the swatting, and also that I sometimes struggle to keep things tidy. I'm disabled. I have chronic pain issues. I have chronic fatigue. I give water.
Can you explain what those are? Because, like, I deal with severe scoliosis. I mean, my room right now is a bit of a trashed mess, and that's just because I've been rearranging things, because I have to travel around to do gigs and play with bands. But, like, again, I got severe scoliosis. I got a 30-degree bend in my spine going the opposite direction of where it's supposed to be going. so my hips aren't aligned, and I've got severe scoliosis in my neck, yet I'm capable of lifting 200 pounds with no problem. So why can't you lift up a bag of laundry that maybe weighs at most 20 pounds? And like that's like fucking dirty, like all dirty denim jeans that were in that tipster wore.
It's quite simple. It's called complaining and just like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Pretty much giving fuel to like the old heads, or like back in my day, things were actually good and shit like that. All that old boomer shit. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
Yeah, it sounds like she's just being a lazy fuck. Yeah, let's continue.
100% to streaming. To making content.
That's an old term I hadn't heard in years.
I love my job, but sometimes I really struggle with everything that I have to do in my life.
So she's not even denying being a slob. It's like the Victim Olympics. Canada is sweeping this year. It's really stupid.
Damn.
But this is when it was revealed that Keffals wasn't trying to run away from Kiwi Farms or the Doxers. She was just trying to move away from her ex.
And there was...
When I heard this, I fucking lost it on the video. I was like, you motherfucker, you lied about everything. Fuck you. And I mean that.
Started lying about some shit. But shocker.
What? No way. I wish I had that sound on my soundboard. No, and the closest one I have is this one right here.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh?
I love that one.
Oh, we all know what he was doing the whole time. Waka waka.
Hashtag May 1st burst. The burst of May 1st.
Hashtag busting these nuts.
Busting DSP nuts. Oh god.
He has anything, yes.
Yeah, that Kate hasn't already chopped off. Let's continue.
A criticism that I frequently got throughout that time. How does moving to a different country help you with online harassment? And as we found out, it didn't. And I knew that no matter where I went in the world, I would not escape online harassment as long as I was an online figure. And the truth is, I left the country because of my ex.
Her ex coerced her into intercourse, which I guess is where the title comes from, although she never goes into detail. But more importantly, it means her having to move away in her GoFundMe due to her doxers. All the articles claiming it was necessary to flee to Ireland due to imminent threats to her life, it's all a lie. She moved because of her ex. That's not what the money was raised for. This is fraud. Another part of the GoFundMe's original claim was that her ex needed money due to unjust seizures, impacting whether or not she could finish her doctorate.
So here's a signal message. August 21st, between me and Althea. I had a streamer friend who lives in the UK offer to let me live with him and his wife for a bit, and it's such a tempting offer, just out of the country. And Althea responds, yeah, maybe. And I responded, but would you even be cool with me doing that? I feel like it just make you really sad, because the implication here is I'm going alone. And Althea responds to this, I'd hope you'd want to bring me. And I tried to let her down gently.
That's what it is. I gotta rant on that for a minute. I don't understand why. Wouldn't it be just so much easier to just say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not in love with you anymore. I don't think we're gonna work out together. You're just not the person that I fell in love with. I'm sorry, we're gonna break up. Is it that hard to fucking say it?
For people like Keffals, yes.
But why?
Extremely hard. I think we have this bullshit drama here.
It's so stupid to me. It really is.
Nothing makes sense, man.
Amen. Let's continue.
And I said, you don't have a passport. And Althea responds to that, I thought you could pay to expedite your first one. So she was really doing everything that she could to maintain that proximity to me, even though it had been made clear repeatedly that I wanted space.
You aren't being clear at all. Keffals then says she's never going back to Canada, taking time to zoom in on her cry.
I am so scared of her. I'm not even going back to Canada to see my family on Christmas because I don't want to be in the same city as her.
Like, just go away. We don't like you. As a Canadian, you've been disowned. Just go join the Communist Party of China.
Damn. Hey, Casey's wrong. I'm glad to see you here. I appreciate the subscribe. And let's see, how do you pronounce your name again, buddy? Real quick.
Oh, me? Oh, Destructor.
Destructor. If you can remember, send me over a link to your channel so I can link it below too, so that way the audience members can subscribe to you as well.
Alrighty, I'll get on to that. DM you that shit.
Because I'm all about helping other channels, because I appreciate you joining me tonight with doing this. Even though we got one more video, I appreciate joining me on this so far. And was just this information alone, what would be your conclusion about Keffals?
Fraud, narcissist, overall very dishonest, terrible human being, a victim blaming type of person. Not exactly you want to be friends with. That's kind of what Keffals is.
So far, I definitely see a manipulator and a liar. Manipulator and lying.
Yeah, I also see an idiot too. I mean, come on, you a former leader of the Communist Party. I mean, that is just wrong. That is just stupid shit. Like, what are you, retarded?
Amen. I have to agree. Let's continue on. Go check some.
This left the ex-homeless couch surfing, and when they asked for the GoFundMe money Keffals had promised, Keffals wrote, "I'm not going to follow through on anything because I owe you nothing, and those offers were based on goodwill, which you burnt through." This whole thing lines up much more with Keffals' past live streams than any update she gave surrounding the lawsuit.
While we were in Ireland, I broke up with them, and I was drinking every night, going live on Twitch to my 12 to 100 viewers.
Am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay?
So what happened the rest of the money?
No.
Well, there's some evidence supporting that she spent it on things that were not listed on the GoFundMe. Some of it we already know, like her IRL streaming setup, as well as suspected drugs. But other receipts I'm just not comfortable with going public yet until they are confirmed. I'm working with a much bigger, more experienced YouTuber on that. Until then, I want to talk about Keffals' grooming allegations, victimization, and black market hormones. It just seems so wrong, it makes me want to break things, throw things at the ground, throw things at the wall, but it won't break, because it's the dependable and reliable Ridge wallet, made from tough materials like titanium.
I got a question for you. Do you want to sit through this, or you want me to skip past this and hit into the points?
Let's just skip through the ads, because I
don't give a flying fuck about this.
Watch ads through videos. I'm just like, skip. I'm here to watch the video. Don't care about ads. It's
there
just
you
like, I gotta pad something out for the video.
Amen.
Quickly.
There you go.
Keffals is a big trans youth advocate because she transitioned at just 16 years old. And if Keffals wants to promote that parents should let their kids medically transition while they're underage, then I'm okay with that. It's a conversation. What's crazy is Keffals going behind parents' back to promote black market hormones to minors. Someone would argue, age of consent laws are good for a reason. Under 18 is too young for permanent life-altering medical decisions, such as hormone therapy. Keffals would quote tweet, "I am donating thousands of dollars a year to a resource so people affected by hysterical anti-trans laws can access hormone replacement therapy before the age of 18. I do not give a single shit what you think. I am doing nothing wrong, nor will I ever back down." This is a heated topic, even among other trans people.
Thank you for coming as a groomer, Keffals. I mean, granted, I'm not surprised, but thank you. Thank you for coming out as a... I would be If I heard that shit, it's like, we need to check your hard drive, like, now.
So
this is wrong. Like, regardless, they think about transgender shit. Never on children. Just no. That is completely crossing the fucking line. It's child abuse if you say otherwise. It's the same shit with some people we like with the altar boys and like religion. It's the same fucking thing. The only difference is one's getting molested, the other is being chemically castrated. They're both two sides of the same coin. So I had to say that. It's just like
So my take on it personally, coming from a conservative point of view, being a moderate conservative, I believe that everyone should have the right to medical care as they need. I do believe transgender is a thing, and there is some scientific evidence to prove that it is real. However, I do agree that children should not just start hormone therapy if they believe they are trans. Instead, they should be with a therapist, psychologist, a psychiatrist, and they should go through the steps to figure out if it is truly that they are transgender or if they may be dealing with something else and that they feel that it is an escape. I've seen that before with some people that I've known. I don't hate trans people. I disagree with the laws that take away transgender people's ability to have access to the hormone therapy. However, I believe that it should not be done through the black market because you do not know what's actually in those vials or in those needles. You don't even know if those needles are clean or sterile. For all you know, they could have been dirty cocaine or heroin-filled needles that were used by someone that may or may not have a STI or STD. That is where I stand. And I also disagree with sending the vials in pictures of lolly or child pornography. That to me does not scream transgender activism. That screams groomer mentality. That is my personal opinion.
I'd say level-headed take. There's nothing inherently wrong. We just know what Kevin's doing is just...
It's wrong.
Why?
It is wrong. There is no but in our buts about it. It's wrong. You're not donating to help. You are trying to groom instead. If she was trying to help, she should have donated to the activist groups. Like here in Atlanta, there's a couple of activist groups that are fighting some of the anti-trans laws that are trying to be passed in Georgia. If she had donated to them, I would have said, yes, that is activism. That is not grooming. There is a difference. She is what should be considered as grooming. That is my opinion. I'm sure someone in the trans community is probably going to hang me for that. But I've also had...
Please, they can't take criticism, most of them. I don't know what it is. It's like, if you say... It's like soccer players. They're basically soccer players. If you
or football players.
Touch them, yeah, whatever. It's more accurately soccer players because real football is the American football. Okay, that's it. We all know that's the truth, but still, trans people, a lot of them are like soccer players. You touch them, they start going flying. It's like, why? Fucking ragdoll physics of the year. Am I right?
Damn. Because like I was talking to again my trans friend Luna, and I'm not speaking on her behalf. I'm just saying from our conversation we had, because I asked her about how she felt about that, and she agreed with me that it should be done medically and professionally, that it should not be homemade, made in bathtubs, because this reminds me, like both of us agreed, it reminds a lot of the Prohibition era with alcohol and moonshine, and how a lot of it wasn't made to any sort of standards and it killed people. I don't know if the hormone thing has killed anyone yet. There hasn't been much evidence to prove that. However, I feel that it is history repeating itself, meaning that it's just a matter of time before that happens. And I pray to God it doesn't. I don't want anyone to die from it. But I just I fear the worst will happen with this. With the medical stuff, the professional stuff, if it does happen, then there's at least wise recourse to deal with the companies who knew better but did wrong, or the doctors who did not follow the doctor's oath. But again, that's me wanting to do it professionally and legally, not through the black market with criminals who may or may not, try to fuck you over for the fun of it. Like Keffals. Now, let's continue.
Yeah.
Look at that face. Look at her face. That's the face of, I want you to bend me over right now, and then that's him. I'm going to bend you over after this live stream.
She does look like a porn star.
Damn. Let's continue.
Not just the kids, but it's also not fair to the parents.
It's not fair to the parents. Since when has being trans and transitioning had anything to do with anyone except for the person who is trans?
Everything.
Children aren't property. They're human beings.
She funded her friend's entire website where that was the point, to get around the barrier that was parents. The DIY HRT site was and still is the top result on Google. Its purpose was to tell minors how to buy HRT and DIY hormones from people, giving explicit directions. Learn to buy Bitcoin. If you're a minor, get a trusted adult to purchase Bitcoin for you. But as Keffals gained more relevancy with her Drop Kiwi Farms campaign, she realized that this was a bad look and just started lying about it on the H3 podcast.
One of their problems is that you are supporting young people, young trans people who didn't have access to hormones. You are telling them how to make homemade hormones.
Oh my God. No, I don't know how to make homemade hormones. I noticed the new thing is they're saying that I'm teaching people how to make hormones in their bathtub, which just sounds insane.
That sounds difficult. Yeah, I mean,
how do you do that?
But it's not that far off. The HRT website she funded gives step-by-step instructions on how to make your own hormones, as well as the option to buy other people's homemade hormones. Her acting all sneaky about it makes it seem like she's doing something wrong.
What's the truth? I mean, you do have some kind of community where you're helping young trans people, right? That's like something you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And so where do you guys do this? Is it like a Discord or something, or like a community?
Oh, it's like a Twitch stream.
Oh, just on Twitch?
Yeah.
So it's all just out in the public?
Yeah.
Because they make it sound like you have some kind of secret or some community spot that's not publicly seen where you're talking with kids and stuff, but that's not even the case.
No.
They really are just straight up lying, huh? Shouldn't surprise me that much, but yeah.
That's not true. She has a private Discord called Catboy Ranch, where half the point of joining is for bi-weekly support group.
Oh, where do I begin?
I'm actually wondering, like, legally, is this like even legal to do in the law or some shit? Because it feels very illegal to do. Like, I wonder if you can get arrested for that shit.
As far as I know of, there is no laws specifically governing any of this. At least not as far as like internationally, because the problem is you're dealing with international, so it's bouncing between a lot of federal laws. This isn't like state to state law or state federal like in the U.S. This is across, in a sense, across the world. Because from our understanding, the people who started the Discord server are in the UK. So you're talking about, it's a lot of laws and it's very complicated, and I doubt much legally could be done because of such thing. So she's probably going to get away with it, honestly.
Facilitated by a support worker. She's tweeted, "I've assisted at least half a dozen minors to get hormone replacement therapy. Cope and seethe." Her friend who runs the site saying, "I have unironically transitioned half a dozen minors. No one tell him I've helped more than one minor order. I don't groom children. I just show dozens of kids every week how to buy bathtub estrogen with cryptocurrency and how to hide it from their parents. What are you talking about?"
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Open up. FBI, open up.
Okay, so like, there's minors that have hit me up in the past, and I've always told them, like, about, like, stuff like this, and I've always told them, like, the best thing you can do is to talk to your parents and talk to a therapist. Like, I can't help you. Because I can. And I'm not gonna groom somebody. I'm not gonna do shit like this. This is fucked up.
This is all kinds of wrong.
Like, I tell people, it's like, I believe in that if you are trans and you're trans and you should get help for it. Not saying get locked up in a mental ward kind of help, but like, you should be allowed access to therapists who can help you go through the process. However, this is not helping anybody. This is grooming. This is fucking grooming. I don't care. This is grooming. You can hate me if you want. This is grooming.
I mean, there's nothing to hate. I mean, the only people that hate this are probably just exposing themselves that, yo, your computer, we need to check your hard drive out.
Might want to check that phone.
Oh, because normal people be like, fuck yeah, I agree. That's how I see it. I mean, just look at the quartering recently. I mean, you seen that one clip of the quartering saying how to, like, basically hide some shit?
Right.
CP? Oh, I gotta send you this.
Oh god, you gotta send me that clip. I need to watch it, and we'll watch it after the stream, because I want to see that shit. Because it reminded me of...
DM'd you to show my...
Cool, I just saw that. So we're gonna continue on with the video here, but I felt I needed to say that, to state for the record again that I support trans people, but I do not support grooming children. This is grooming children because you didn't have the fucking parents' permission to do so. Let's continue.
Packaging of the hormones says keep out of reach of parents. They had Lolly branded HRT, which writes, don't look at my giant girl dick. There's an instructional video showing...
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
This was the part I had a mental fucking breakdown at. How in the I'm gonna zoom into myself real quick. I'm gonna look at you, Keffals. How in the flying fuck is that trans activism? How are you being a trans activist when you're fucking sending child pornography to children? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Degeneracy.
I can understand an instructional video on how to properly inject estrogen or testosterone if you're female to male. That I get. Yes, you should properly train people how to do that. That I'm cool with, but I'm not cool with the child pornography. What the fuck? Anyhow, let's continue.
How to inject it. This is insane. The scariest part is Keffals admitting herself that she knows nothing about hormones.
And especially because anytime anyone...
So I have a trans sister. And I asked her about it, and not that I can remember everything she told me, but she meticulously studied the hormones and what would happen as she transitions from male to female. I'm not going to dox her name, obviously. And she helps other people who are trans how to go through this process. So if someone who's not actively, at least not to my knowledge, I don't follow her social media because I'm already too deep in with everybody else. And it's mostly because she doesn't really post there that often, and the stuff she does post is like places she works at that I worked with her anyhow, because we work together sometimes. Like, she'll do photography and I'll do the filming aspect of it, because we film drag shows together, and those are often a lot of fun, especially when you get the audience involved. Oh my god, it's hysterical. I'll die laughing. That's one of the few things that I like, is that a lot of drag queens are actually very funny people. I'm like, why the fuck aren't you comedians? You guys are hilarious. But that's not my point. My point is that if someone like her, who's just a trans person, can fucking meticulously study how this shit works, then why the fuck you, Keffals, the trans activist, not know a damn thing about it?
Laziness.
How the flying I'm gonna have a heart attack because of her. I'm gonna have a heart attack. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack, now I'm gonna come back to life, and then have another one because I heard something else stupid she said.
McDonald's or eating the heart attack grill.
Oh god, the heart attack grill. Let's continue.
Question, I just direct them to you because I don't know anything about this stuff. It's like hormones is not something I really like. I don't really do the kind of advocacy you do.
Then why are you so passionate about this black market HRT? She defends stuff and takes strong positions on things she knows nothing about. It made me really want to revisit the whole Catboy Ranch thing. Catboy Ranch was a Discord server that had grooming allegations in it. Keffals' Twitter account at the time was Catboy Ranch, even saying she ran it. Keffals was referred to as the rancher by minors. Keffals showed support to them by saying they had a fat ass. Keffals would leave the Discord because of Lolly being posted to it, and she'd...
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's we're getting to that territory.
Oh god, this is only gonna get worse, isn't it? It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah. Yes, it's gonna get worse.
I do this to myself. The thing is I do this to myself. I do this to myself. I torture myself with these stupid people. Alright, let's continue.
Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I have absolutely nothing to do with that Discord, and I think that it is disgusting. I'll warn people about the Discord. Someone would ask, by that you mean you'll leave the Discord? Keffals would reply with, already did. I wasn't active or aware of this until now. She would then get pummeled in the replies. Bruh, I was joking. I didn't know you were a part of it. Did she actually just admit to being part of that groomer Discord? Kaz Law is once again proven true. So she was in it, and there was one inappropriate public message, but nothing damning, right? Well, she still owns the Discord Catboy Ranch, and it's locked behind a Patreon paywall. When I joined, I was pleased to see that the rules banned all NSFW content. They even had a snitching rule in case inappropriate things got said, but I was still clearly locked from seeing the entire server. So the question is, why would the trans youth activist have a Discord named after her grooming allegations? Well, because it was a good meme.
So, like, the reason why the Discord is named Catboy Ranch isn't because I love catboys or something. It's a throwback to the fact that there was a conspiracy theory made up.
Oh god. Oh, that hurt. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. What do I even say to any of this? The fuck do I say to any of this? Why?
We just don't. We just keep watching.
Why would you name your Discord server or your username after a fucked up meme like that? Like, are you just trying to fucking set yourself up to get arrested for something? Let's continue.
Lolicons, like by the people who like really loved Sharon child pornography, because I called them pedophiles, right? And their response to that was to make up a conspiracy about how I had a grooming Discord called Catboy Ranch, and I decided as a flex to name my Discord Catboy Ranch. Just to fucking flex on them.
It's a weird thing to meme, especially when you're selling Lolly branded HRT to minors, which you gotta question the safety of. She has a normal Discord, but names in a way that will bring her and her community heat. Awesome. She truly is the worst activist.
Oh god, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Cycle.
Oh God, here we go. This is gonna be a roller coaster of emotions. So buckle up, people. Get your popcorn, get your soda, get what you need. Go ahead and take a couple second break, whatever it is, because this is about to get wild.
Keffals is the kind of person that always has to relate things back to her being a victim. A black guy gets shot by the police and Keffals has to relate it to her swatting. Every time I see another story involving an innocent black man being killed by the police, I think back to last month when I had an assault rifle pointed at me by the police and how easily that situation could have escalated if I wasn't white. When people point out that this is a ridiculously narcissistic thing to do, she twists it to make it seem like she didn't bring it up. Virtue signaling. People who have never once tweeted about Elijah McClain taking this time to shit on me because they hate me more and want to use his death as discourse to talk about me. It's so f***ing pathetic. Feel some shame for such obvious grifting. You're the one grifting off him. You brought him up first, comparing yourself to his situation. She's accused of not taking care of her guinea pigs, leaving them to live in their own feces, blaming it on her depression.
Keffals let her favorite guinea pig drown to death in like 2 inches of water. There were multiple summers where she let 4 of them roam in their own waste for so long we'd get massive fruit fly infestations. Let me just address this real quick. I didn't drown my guinea pig. My guinea pig was sick, and my guinea pig passed away in an accident. She was in the bath, 2 inches of water. I got a call I needed to take. I stepped out for 1 minute.
Oh.
Who fucking who?
Oh. If the child grooming wasn't bad enough, she fucking let one of her animals, an innocent animal, die. I have no respect for you. Go fuck yourself. And that's all I'm gonna say.
And when I stepped out for that 1 minute, I came back and she was dead. She wasn't in enough water to drown. I screamed and I cried because I lost a pet that I had since they were a baby.
So to be clear, you did drown the guinea pig. Why even respond to this? She's always putting herself in drama.
There were multiple summers where she let 4 of them roam in their own waste for so long we'd get massive fruit fly infestations. I also want to address that Althea accused me of economic exploitation in the form of economic abuse, saying that I trashed the apartment we shared and that I made her pay $1,200 in repairs. How is that not exploitative? Sometimes I really struggle with everything that I have to do in my life. And she went into the relationship knowing that I'm disabled. When I was depressed after my dad died, instead of helping me to take care of my guinea pigs, she pressured me into putting 2 of them up for adoption. The pets that I had since they were babies that I loved, because she said it wasn't her responsibility to take care of them when we were partners.
So
we do not care.
You
know, I don't give a shit. Like, bro, like, boo fucking who? Like, grow up. Have a pair of balls, okay? We don't care, bitch. Like, stop. I'm fucking crying.
So my thing is, and I'm gonna zoom in on me real quick. My thing is, if it wasn't for all the manipulation and the other lies, I would believe her on this. But let's say at face value she's telling the truth this time around. Then I would say to that partner, yeah, very unlikely, but benefit of the doubt for just this situation. If my partner told me they weren't going to help me take care of the animals, I would tell them to go fuck themselves. Because if they ever decide they wanted an animal or anything else. Because if you're not going to help me take care of animals, the animals we picked, then go fuck yourself. Assuming that they picked them together. However, if Keffels was the only one that picked them, then it should only be Keffels' responsibility to take care of the animals. In this case, guinea pigs. I've got multiple dogs that I help take care of with the rest of my family. We help take care of dogs that have been abused or abandoned by their owners. Not to try and get pity, praise, and anything like that. Or like, subscribe, points, whatever the fuck you want to. $5 in my butthole. I'm not asking for any of that. What I'm saying is that I honestly think that personally she should have taken care of her animals. She killed them. And that's the end of the story. Let's continue.
But it's somehow my responsibility to take care of her when I want nothing to do with her.
How is it never your fault? Things are allowed to be a depressed person's fault, right? This is where I want to introduce you to the Keffels cycle. Keffels will needlessly insert herself into drama, like defending Vosh for having Lolly on his computer.
When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn.
No, we don't.
When people say it's sus to defend this, she hides behind.
Oh my god. I forgot about that. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I talked about that when I did when I did a tipster fucking burial I did a few months ago.
Well, one of these days I should review that video. But not today. God.
Maybe if Tipster ever decides to like come back to YouTube or some shit.
I hope to God he does post like clips from his live stream on Twitter, not Twitter, but Twitch. Other than that, that's about it. Let's yeah, let's continue. Good lord.
Being trans. It shouldn't be acceptable for people who are supposedly leftist or progressive to pedo jacket trans people. We are already a target by the right. Incredibly disappointing to see from people who should know better. When Keffels gets blown up for this, she gets on stream and virtue signals.
I literally have Ethan's phone number. He gave it to me. I'll try to call him later. Do not fucking call me. I don't remember giving you my phone number. I don't remember talking to you on the phone, but do not fucking call me, please.
Amen.
Do you want to know the context of that? He saw a Twitter circle where I was talking about how I wanted to just end it. And he reached out and gave me his phone number. That's what the context was.
Damn.
Piece of shit. It's like really f***ed up with the context that I have his phone number because I was planning to kill myself. And now it's just like a big joke laughing at me.
Keffels' own fans start to turn on her, so she acts like a coward and abandons the position, blaming it on her transness or her mental health. I've changed my position on everything, honestly. F Vosh. He deserves far more criticism for all of this. He's so damn reckless.
Oh, now you start attacking. Oh, it's like, I gotta defend Vosh because degeneracy. I only cave in when everyone else is like, no, you're wrong. It's like, this is exactly why no one likes you.
You know what I'm gonna say to that? You probably can hear my dogs scratching themselves right now, but this is what I'm gonna say to that.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
That's how I feel about her. That is so how I feel about her right now. I'm gonna end up abusing that sound by the end of this stream.
I am not sleeping. I've had panic attacks over this. Defending him has resulted in all the 2022 Kiwi Farms misinformation resurfacing. Or misinfo. She will never clarify. It's crazy how with this whole Vosh situation, all she could talk about is how this will affect her. It's his fault. He's so careless he didn't consider how many communities are close to his. He hurt me and a lot of people by being a weirdo. Watch Corn on your phone. Because of Vosh, I just burned the last bridge I had to a mainstream creator. And finally, Keffals will say she's done with the drama, all while blaming somebody else and acting like she's somehow enlightened now.
Saw all of this playing out. I wasn't planning on weighing in. None of this was my problem. But then my friend Tipster decided to call out Ethan Klein on Twitter for how he covered the entire situation that happened with Vosh. And then when Ethan Klein responded, I was like, okay, I have two friends now who are getting put on blast by a really large content creator. I decided that I was gonna get into the mud. And this entire situation is kind of...
Or you didn't have to. I mean, you could have just stayed out.
Yeah, that's what I don't get with certain people. Like, okay, I get that you want to stick up for your friends whenever you see them getting criticized by someone you know. Fair enough. I know I've done that shit in the past, but even then, there comes a point where you just don't do that.
Like with Eric, like the story I told with Eric, the reason I did it was because Tipster was in the wrong, and the fact that he was attacking him for being in the wrong was what caught my attention. I'm like, I'm not going to let you attack my friend just because you don't like that he's right. However, if it was a Twitter spat between the two, I would have stayed out of it. Like when Rich and Coco went at it, I'm mutual friends with Coco. I wasn't really mutual friends with Rich. But I didn't step between him and Coco as far as fighting. I stayed out of those two's argument when those two went at each other on Twitter 2 days ago. Why? Because there was nothing I could do in that situation. So if I said anything to Rich about that, about him and Coco, that would have only fueled the fire, would have caused a bigger drama, and that would have got me even more trouble than what me doing what I did on Twitter by trying to convince him to not do what he did got me in. Because it caused a detractor to make a video on me and calling me a pedophile. By the way, bad locale, go fuck yourself. You were wrong. Also, I don't have an alt account. My fucking YouTube channel is The Den of Tims. I was called Horror House Media because that was my original username, you fuck nugget. Anyhow, let's continue.
Reevaluate how I even feel about Vosh in the first place. To be completely honest, I don't really like him as much as I used to. I actually feel hurt and let down by him.
Here's another one. James Somerton posted a suicide note to Instagram, claiming it was a scheduled post, so the interpretation is that he's already dead. Keffals then posts immediately, James Somerton has taken his own life. Keffals got heat because we don't know if he's dead. Nothing's confirmed. It's just a poor way to cover a story. Keffals complains that people who were mad probably didn't even watch her video. But when you watch it, she acts like James is coming back to redeem himself.
And I agree. He obviously messed up. Maybe he can come back one day. If he continues to show that he is truly sorry, if he's willing to make amends with all of the people he's hurt, if he's willing to accept that not everyone is going to trust him anymore.
Keffals, how? You reported that he's dead. Keffals would then change the title of her video to James Somerton may have died. Even with my last video on her, I reached out for a question. She doesn't answer. She panics and calls me a stalker and harasser for doing research. The video drops and she says she's done with drama.
I'm done. I'm actually done. I'm not doing drama coverage.
It truly is the never-ending cycle. I pointed it out 2 years ago and it still rings true.
I do want to say, like, I think I reacted more harshly than I otherwise would have because you were the first YouTuber to ever make a YouTube video about me. It's like, you know, a lot of shit happened. And yeah, I've been pretty aggressive in the past, but I don't think I can ever move on or calm down unless I'm given the space to.
She's done this with the GoFundMe, her ex, her drug addiction, her hamsters, the lawsuit, Vosh, Catboy Ranch, James Somerton, the HRT directory. I am just so sick of her acting like a victim. You can't even point out that she talks slow without her blaming it on some disability.
One of the things that I suffer from, which I'm sure this video will get
which I feel like this video might even get demonetized if I were to actually say it out loud. So I'll just put it on the screen. It is a symptom that causes my speech to slow down, causes my emotional reactions to slow down. And this has been often a thing that people have mocked me for consistently.
Psychomotor retardation. To be fair, I've been diagnosing Keffals with this for years. I have more to say when it comes to Keffals' lawsuit and her potential misappropriation of funds, but that will have to wait. If true, it is career ending and she belongs in jail. So subscribe to the channel and try to...
So, God, you want to do the third video?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't really care.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just knock it out. One more video, guys, and then the live stream will...
One of the biggest...
Unfortunately, will have to come to an end. But so far, based on everything he's laid out, you're fucked, Keffals. He is so incredibly fucked at the moment. Just incredibly fucked. What do you think?
I mean, Keffals is already like fucked after that Voodoo Heart video, but yeah.
Well, to be fair, Willie Mack came out with his videos before Mutahar made that video, because that was what inspired Mutahar to make the videos, was Willie Max, if I remember correctly. So this is the third and final video that ties everything together. So here we go. One last final video. Holy shit.
Investigations finished up, resulting in Keffals fully being exposed for misappropriating over $100,000 in donated GoFundMe money.
If anyone ever finds out about how I spent the GoFundMe, I am definitely...
There's Mutahar's video.
Spending it on doxing multiple innocent people, but it's Keffals, so she can't own up to anything, take accountability for anything. No, she has to frame an artist as transphobic, making the artist go private. I haven't heard from them since. This video isn't just about Keffals' career ending, it's about her trying to bring everything down with her. Her response has been to call everyone transphobic, leading to other left-leaning political streamers to do the same without ever watching the video.
None of this is accurate. Wait, what? It was the first I have ever heard of.
Oh, this is the woman.
I haven't.
This is the woman that 8-Bit Eric called out. This is her.
Isn't she like the social? Isn't that like one of the dumb socialist? I don't know. They all sound the same.
Yeah, that's on Twitch.
Yeah, I remember, what was it? Sensitive Society made a video on one of these socialist broads, and I remember saying like,
yeah, her. This is her. I forget what she's called.
Like,
which she's...
she's a socialist. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, and she's on. And she lives in California, so. Oh, hey, Sheriff. Don't worry about the lady we're mocking. We'll eventually do some videos on her, but. Meet Distractor. Sheriff's in the chat, in case you're wondering.
Yeehaw, time to lay down the law on these weirdos.
On these fuck nuggets. So let's continue.
So I'm not claiming that it's accurate.
Then she calls everyone drama freaks for reporting her committing a crime.
Angry from drama freaks. I'm not planning on making any sort of response because I don't think I owe anyone a response.
Yeah, we can't let her get away with this. It's so satisfying sitting back and watching 2 years worth of lies finally come crumbling down, and I'm celebrating with you.
That back.
Nope, we're going to skip past this one. Oh God, we're skipping. No, you're good. I'm going to skip right past this. We're gonna. There you go. Oh my God, my timing. My timing is fucking comedy gold.
You should just do this, like, just on your free time, just make Wojaks of this face.
What's funny is I'm actually in his Discord server, and I know some of the guys in there.
So am I. I'm in that Discord server.
Oh yeah, that's right. I believe that's how I thought I found you in Trident's Discord for some reason. That's right. I found you in Willie's Discord. Yeah, I should post this stuff in there. Too many for me. I'm in like 13 or something like that. And I'm a mod for 4 of them, and I'm an owner of 1, obviously. But because I only need 1. Anyhow, let's continue.
Go to tryfume.com/WillyMac or scan the QR code and use code WillyMac at checkout to get 10% off today.
No, he's not all chicks, buddy.
Sponsoring this video.
That's the sound of the police.
I've been documenting and pushing back against.
Well,
no, the soundbite I wish he used was bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Oh my god. Anyhow, let's continue.
GoFundMe narrative for 2 years now, where if you question anything at all, you were framed as a conspiracy theorist, a bad faith actor.
People were so gracious, they came together and they helped me out. And while I really respect it, it's brought a lot of people to do the QAnon brain bullshit about me, where they're saying I'm stealing money from my fans.
I will never do a GoFundMe breakdown for bad faith actors. When people would rightfully ask for updates, she'd respond to them with me.
Oh my god, Sheriff just said the funniest shit ever. He said they should change it to when they come in you.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Come inside me. Ugh.
Ooh, yeah. What the fuck? This is what I do for Patreon money. I can't believe it. Let's go.
She'd suddenly have the money for new streaming gear, travel, drugs, rehab, while revealing that she hadn't even started working with a lawyer yet.
But now I'm going to be focusing more on the legal things because I'm settled down, I'm back in Canada, and I have time to work on this now.
And if you questioned her, no matter how much you disavow transphobia, you're transphobic. Well, Trinell.
I find it funny that Heffels said, "Oh, I'm never going back to Canada." It says, "Oh, I'm back in Canada." It's like, oh, sounds like it was all full of shit. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you she's full of bullshit. Just full of bullshit. Let's continue. Well, actually, one thing real quick. Look at that face right there.
Memes, the Wojaks are real.
I swear to God, I'm not intentionally doing this. I'm not. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have too many thumbnails for the video. It's too. I need to figure out how to crop all the faces out and then just put them all on a picture with me giving like a thumbs up like this.
It's beautiful.
DMs from her group chat, she proved the conspiracy theorist right. Keffels would write, "Feels really bad watching the GoFundMe deplete. The rest will cover a year's worth of rent and my psych fees if I talk to a psychologist once a week for the next 11 months. I keep trying to think of how
I appreciate you, Sheriff, agreeing with me.
So many little things. Travel and replacing furniture and helping my friends out by buying new streaming gear and clothes. That is not what the money was raised for. None of those things were stated in her GoFundMe. This is fraud, and these messages are from only 2 months after she raised the money, meaning she burned through most of it before she even decided who she was suing." She'd continue, "If anyone found out how I spent the GoFundMe, I am definitely getting canceled. Now, it's not just luxuries that the money was wasted on. I want to make abundantly clear, not a single dollar of the used money was spent in a meaningful way. She raised the money to move to a safe location that wasn't doxed, while spending her time tweeting out and streaming her location. But more importantly, she revealed why she moved. It wasn't to get away from her doxers, it was to get away from her ex."
And there was a criticism that I frequently got throughout that time. How does moving to a different country help you with online harassment? And as we found out, it didn't. And the truth is, I left the country because of my ex.
That's not what the money was donated for.
Fuck you, Keffels. Fuck you.
Go figure. Being a liar. Keffels would be a good politician, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, fucking man, she would be the fucking greatest president of the United States with the amount of bullshit that she spouts out.
Sadly, I'd be prime minister of my country, so we have to like have more reign of terror women. I mean, country's already had a woman in charge for almost the past 10 years. I don't need another one. We're already been fucked up from menstrual cycles, okay?
Damn.
Better pray to God that Sleepy Joe stays awake for another 4 years if he wins, because you don't want
I hope to God no. I've already told people I'm voting for Donald Trump. I don't care.
Justin Trudeau, if you do. I'll kill all politicians, am I right?
I will fucking vote for a felon at this point. Then I will vote for Joe Biden, because at least wise then I know Donald Trump's gonna get something done, and it won't be saying 2 words: "Made in America."
That's 3 words.
Joe Biden said that. Oh, you don't know about that. So, in the haste of making the new factory for Intel, who's a chip manufacturer, PC and GPUs, whatnot, they opened up a new factory in California, thanks to the help of the federal government, and it's supposed to be operational in 2027. Well, at the opening of the factory floor, where Intel has now started manufacturing CPUs there, Joe Biden said in the press conference, he goes, and these are the 2 great words of America: made in America.
Common Sleepy Joe.
This is what he is.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
And that's how I feel about him. Let's go.
Again, that's fraud, but it goes even deeper. The one good thing you could have argued that Keffels did, spend some of the money finally.
I will say this real quick. I need to add that as a soundbite. Dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah, dummy, yeah.
Really do, man. It would be perfect.
I can do a great Undertaker impression if you want that.
Well, I'll say that for another time.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people love it. Although it hurts, it kind of hurts my voice to do it. But anyhow, let's go.
Legally through the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario.
The reason they decided to go with the Human Rights Tribunal rather than a lawsuit is because the Human Rights Tribunal has unique powers that a civil suit does not.
The reason I decided to ultimately go through the Human Rights Tribunal rather than the lawsuit is because the Human Rights Tribunal has power.
That's a glitch. 1 second. There you go.
Civil suit does not.
Okay, here we go. Making sure that it's not glitched. Perfect. Nothing like technical difficulties, everyone.
Papers are being processed, and it could take up to 6 years. The London police have
oh my god!
Initiative to get
the first ever time I tried to do this as a live. Oh hey Sheriff, I wasn't expecting you to join in.
And now you are.
And he's muted.
About a few seconds there, Taz.
There we go. Now we hear him. We hear the chair creaking. Oh my god. So this is entertaining. Oh my god. Well, I just look at the face I paused it on again.
Whoa, Jax, you know what to do.
Yep. I'm gonna go through this live stream later and figure out how to clip this shit. I need to. The many faces, the many funny faces of Willie Mack.
Great. You know, Wojak, I really need to make an Ian Watkins Wojak for special reasons down the line.
This has been very fucking entertaining. This has actually been a great stream. I've enjoyed it so far, honestly. Too bad it's almost coming to an end, but let's go out with a bang. Or in this case, let's steal $137,000. Because my name is Keffels. Anyhow, vote for me Prime Minister.
on every cop by 2025. So really, it's just another way for Keffals to ask for more money. I've already torn apart this document in one of my previous videos. Look there if you want more details. I don't have much faith in her case at all. Instead, she's seemingly been spending the money doxing people, posting Bad Empanada's full name, his address, admitting she's got Second Thought's full name and address as well, saying I did it myself, I never published this info. It's just like a game for me. She got this by paying private investigators for it. Her dream is to retire from streaming and be a professional private investigator, to dox people professionally. Right now, it's just some hobby for her. Half the reason why Keffals was able to raise so...
Yeah, when I heard that, I went, no fucking way. No fucking way.
I don't want her investigating anyone.
Sad thing is, one day that might actually happen. Well, actually, maybe not now after what happened, so...
I just, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I put an answer to those who want to hire her.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great.
That's free advice to not hire her, because you would be a dumbass.
Milk the meme.
Milk it. Oh my god, look at William Mac's face again. He is just a memeable person. He is memeable.
He looks so innocent.
Ooh.
Looks so innocent and ready to be taken advantage of.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If I put him in a dungeon, though, I mean, he looks the type that would cry afterwards and deal with.
Oh my god. But the
interesting life in my time.
Oh my god.
Let's keep watching.
Oh god. I can't. Oh god.
It's because she kept getting doxxed. So why is she doing it to innocent people? These DMs are now leaked. Their personal information is everywhere. What are you doing? Did this take GoFundMe money to do? So what is Keffals' response to this career-ending evidence? Well, it's to call everyone transphobic. I understand people have criticisms of me. I don't think I'm above being critiqued. That said, was it really necessary to use a transphobic caricature of me in the thumbnail while not using my pronouns in the video announcement? But if you just click the community notes, you can see that Muda did use her preferred pronouns. As for the transphobic art, it's not transphobic at all. It's drawn by Just the Worm, who makes ugly characters of everyone. It's his art style. Keffals has used his art in her own thumbnails. This accusation would rally her audience as well as some left-leaning creators into bullying the artist into going private.
Just a Worm is his name, and it really is just a style. Here's a couple examples. Okay, so here's the thing, right? This isn't a
Say
defense.
it, bitch. And to that woman,
down on your knees, down on your knees, woman. Start making me a sandwich. Start sucking dick, because that's all you're good for. And that's the bottom line, because I said so. Oh, hell yeah.
For me, this is what I'm going to say to her. Go fuck yourself. Hope your channel gets deleted. I'm using that one for cancel culture, but I hope your fucking channel gets deleted permanently.
Oh.
But no,
cancel culture. That's called taking accountability. There's a big difference.
But again, Twitch likes the breasts that are right there, because there's a lot of horny men at Twitch that seem to just fucking protect people like this.
Yeah, they don't want to lose their social free boobies.
It's basically softcore porn.
Amen. And then she fucking. And then she fucking like jiggles it like this too. Every time she talks, she fucking jiggles it.
Well, who forgot the hot tub meta?
Oh my god!
They actually cracked down on that shit.
And then
they didn't really. They just moved it to another community, and then they cracked it down when people started saying, "I'm going to pull my advertising if you don't fucking deal with us."
Amen.
Let's keep watching.
The thing's so hard to make this terrible argument.
If I call all of my friends, I'm like, you are engaging in some real tomfoolery, in some real baboonery. I can say that as many times as I want. I'm not making that joke about one of my black friends, because now it's fucking insane. And now it's objectively just racist. I don't get to say, well, I say this about everybody.
Nobody has ever called you racist for that.
You can't just make the same joke at everybody, because that's not how society works. You can't just do that.
Well, what do you want? Can we just treat Keffals like a regular person?
So she doesn't advocate for
The
equality.
exact same fucking joke at everyone. Equity is when you bullshit around saying,
you want
"Oh,
them
I
to be
can't make
treated
that
like a
joke."
special person. Like these modern leftists, man, they make no fucking sense.
Dude, I've been through the.
What do you want?
university
Like,
system
what
to
rights are
lie.
you fighting for? You need guidelines. Like, okay, this is what we can do, and we treat them as such. Like, come on.
Well, I'm again don't know what you expect from people who are very uneducated, and this is coming from someone that has barely finished high school, and I'm more educated than these dumb motherfuckers, who apparently have gone to college.
That's the reason why they believe in
Education
that
doesn't
shit,
mean
man.
jack
They
shit
went to
these
college.
days.
It's
That's a
unbelievable.
whole different rant I can go on.
It's unfucking believable. Anyhow, also she lives in California, so there's your other reason.
He wants it to be transphobic so bad.
He can't just like say, "Oh, well, it's the artist who made that drawing." No, it's your channel. You have responsibility to your audience to not be, I would like to think, not be openly transphobic. And if you're posting like this, it's your YouTube channel, it's your fault.
She's laughing because she knows it's stupid. Fellow artists would show their solidarity with Just a Worm by making more ugly depictions of Keffals, some of it being transphobic. So before there was no transphobic art, and because she made up this story, there is now transphobic art. She literally willed it into existence.
Amen.
Her wish has been granted. Keffals would make a follow-up. If thinking my actions were heinous, you wouldn't need to dehumanize me to an audience of millions of people in order to make the points you wanted to make. The bar was incredibly low, and Mutahar managed to still fumble it. Community notes would get her again, showing that Muta respected her pronouns and that the only insults he threw at her were from her own actions and not from her identity. She'd follow this up with another tweet. Anyways, I'm probably going to get harassed by thousands of people for standing up for myself. Now I'm going to do something fun instead of that. See you all when it dies down. You aren't being harassed for standing up for yourself. You're getting heat for misappropriating crowd-funded money.
This right there is how I feel. His face right here, his whole body is how I feel about this right now. She's a piece of shit.
You like it, big boy. Okay. Well,
oh my god.
What's crazy is the GoFundMe is still up. You could still donate to it. Her tweet would get community
Someone's a horny
again,
boy.
citing that she was using a self-victimization method of manipulation, which she is. Every response Keffals or her community makes has nothing to do with the contents of Muta's video. It's all meant to distract you from the damning evidence that exists towards Keffals. They even went after Muta's wife, calling her a Nazi because she liked a tweet making fun of people calling her a Nazi. This is a real video on Reddit people are using as proof.
That level of fucking logic is just
hearted.
He is a Nazi. It has nearly 1,000
No
upvotes.
self-awareness.
Muta dating a
That's the
neo-Nazi
funny
made him go
thing. And
completely
they go
off the
after
rails.
Muta's
Oh
wife.
snap, did he really? Yep, forgot his girlfriend's handle, but she posted a lot of far-right conspiracy theories on here. I follow her.
I follow her too. You know what she does? Post memes.
I don't know Mutahar's wife, and nor do I care. All I know is that I see what she looks like. I'm like, well, good for Muta.
That's her name is
Good for
Dojangles.
Mutahar.
Who cares?
Yeah, good for Mutahar. He
Well,
got
see,
someone.
the reason I'm gonna, the reason
wrong there, like.
The reason I'm going to talk about her for a minute is because she is a white woman that has blonde hair, and her name is Dojangles on Twitter. They went after her because of the fact that she's white. Because if you're white, that equals you're a Nazi, according to people who follow Keffals.
I forgot these commies, hate white people. Advocate for racial equality, but shit on white people. Okay, see where this is going, retard.
Yeah. Repeat of history.
Slavery to my students.
Yeah.
You cannot preach equality if you hate a race. No matter what race that person is, you cannot preach that you're an equal individual if you hate them for their race. That is the end of the argument there. Anyhow, let's continue.
No, she does not. Imagine having to become a fascist just to get pussy. Exactly, and throwing everything you stand for away just for a relationship who hates you being a marginalized minority. So they aren't mad at the undeniable evidence Muta brings to the table. Instead, they're slandering his wife. This next one is insane. Though
This right here. This one right here.
Just butthurt. Honestly, when I see it, I gotta say this. they just seem to be butthurt that Mutahar can get as someone who looks fairly attractive, who is successful, actually get what he wants in life. It doesn't have to be like a fucking loser. And these are the same people like, oh, you gotta be a progressive working dorks. Like, oh, women are like more progressive. Like, Mutahar proved that you can just be a normal, regular guy working an ordinary job, not doing YouTube. Of course, that is our gig, and just live good. He's proof of that. He's living the Canadian dream, really. So good for Mutahar. I have nothing
The American dream.
Yo,
Mutahar's
AJ.
from Canada. So I have to say the Canadian dream.
Did Varg write this shitty post?
He's getting that bag.
Nah, I don't.
It looks like something Varg would have written.
I have no idea who runs that account, but all I know is that they need their hard drives investigated and need to be locked up for prison for at least no more than a year. That's how I feel about it.
Lock them up with the real Nazis.
Lock them up with the real murderers and see how they feel.
Yeah.
Attention style.
Oh yeah, don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap.
Ideology, Aryan marrying non-Aryans like Semites, Latinx, and sub-Saharan Africans. Muta and her are a fairly Aryan couple, and I believe Hitler would approve. He then goes in depth analyzing Muta's skin color to determine if he's an Aryan or not.
Bro, what? Weirdo.
No, wait.
That is fucked up, man. That was fucked up.
It gets worse.
That Mutahar's I know, but I'm just having to
He's
say,
part Indian. What was it? He's part Indian, part Muslim, if I remember correctly. I think it was his mother's Muslim and his father's Indian, if I remember correctly. However, what the fuck does that have to do with Keffals being a grooming, lying sack of garbage?
All I'm saying is that
but it sounds like he's self-hating.
Because in Canada, there's a lot of like Indian immigrants that show up here, and I've seen plenty of them. So I've seen what they look like, bone structures. I'm very confident Mutahar's majority ethnic group is some form of Indian. Which version? Who the fuck knows? There's a lot of Indians, so that's what I've gathered.
Well, he's already stated he's part Muslim and part Indian, so I'm like, but again, my point is, what the fuck does that have to do with Keffals? Or the grooming allegations, or the fact that she stole 100, and, oh, Sheriff, by the way, me and Destructor over here, we did some math. 100, because she got $100,000 Canadian. When translated from US dollars, say someone donated, let's say all her donors gave in US currency to Canadian currency because she's Canadian. Translation of $100,000 US to Canadian dollars is $136,911. She stole $140 goddamn $1,000.
Damn, boy.
Yeah, let that sink in.
That's a house deposit, at least, in some places.
And oh, by the way, that what was it, Kickstarter? It's still going. She still has it active. But somehow I'm a groomer and a pedophile, according to some people in some communities that could go fuck themselves. Fuckers.
Yeah, Rex. Old cheeks.
And fucking some of the other people in the RT/JKB community.
Go on, 1 2 cents. How's your nose feeling after being blocked up with all of Rich's shit?
Damn, taking them on all day long, boy. Let's go with that face.
I'm gonna smell the roses ones.
And look at that face. Look at that face. That face is how I feel about it.
He asshole. He would stop talking shit.
Amen. Let's continue.
is part Aryan because Bahmins are an upper caste Indian from which the Indo-Aryan people derive. Indians have intermixed too much to be pure Aryans. They nonetheless have Aryan blood. So while they may be an interracial couple, Doe married Muta because of his Aryan ancestry. Or maybe she just married him because she likes him. Nobody knows what the hell you're talking about, man. This is the quality of criticism coming back at Muta. These people suck.
Cool, it doesn't really matter what I do, cause I'll always stay stuck as a fool. I'll never be cool.
Now Muta
the level of quality criticism is garbage. Amen. Garbage.
No lies detected.
And our lie detector test determined there was no lie.
video did make waves in Keffel's community, with plenty of people now questioning her. I found videos of someone saying Keffel
I want to say this real quick. I guarantee once 2 cents just saw this because the view chat spiked up and just went down. So I think one's heard what you said, Sheriff, and he's probably having a mental breakdown in the JKB Discord right now as we speak. I'm sure.
Because I told him about saying Richard's ass.
Yeah, I guarantee you I'm going to get screenshots in the morning about it.
Oh, the poor baby feels the need to follow you.
And
he feels the need to stalk you. Oh my god, does he have no fucking life? Get a girlfriend, you cunt.
He's gay. He's married.
Well then, tell your boyfriend to start sucking your cock more often because clearly you got nothing better to do.
Damn. Let's continue. And oh, by the way, the viewership just spiked right back up again. I think he's back.
Fundraise, but I wanted to know more before I made a choice. Is this that whole she used her GoFundMe to buy coke thing? No, the one with streaming gear and buying legal fees. No mention of Keffel buying drinks. Streaming gear? I'm not aware of this drama. On her subreddit, people were surprised that she lied about being woken up with a gun in her face.
On August 5th, I was woken up by London Police Services pointing an assault rifle in my face.
But every time they're retorted with some of the dumbest offenses. Muta's video was retweeted by Stone Toss, and Tipster acts like that makes the information in it bad for some reason. It makes no sense. Another user says, my secret hot tip.
He said, congratulations, you got retweeted by a literal Nazi. He goes, I bet you feel proud of yourself, you Nazi.
Who's
wow. Someone who has very different opinion to me, agreed with me on something, retweets it for once. That reminds me I'm bad. Okay, that's good to know.
Well, then again, this is
retweeted by Keffels. That means I'm a groomer then. Okay.
Well, again, this is also coming from the same person who slides into women's DMs and talks about how he wants to bang them because they're a goth mommy and he wants goth mommy juice all over him. Just keep that in mind.
That's Why wants it that badly? Why doesn't he just go to shows and actually get one of his own?
Because he has a wife, or I guess he used to have a wife. I think he divorced her.
Well, then maybe he should have paid better attention to her.
The last time I checked.
And then, from what I understand, he also came out as trans too, and people didn't believe me, even when I showed the screenshots. And then when someone finally checked the Twitter independently of it, they were like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "No, I didn't make this shit up. I wasn't lying. I wouldn't lie if someone said they were trans. He said he is trans thanks to Keffels."
Well, good on him.
He's so trans. I'm not buying that for a second. Fucking clout chasing motherfucker, do anything to get views. Like, oh, I'm trans, give me attention. It's like, you're that pathetic, Dipster.
Yeah, even I try not to be skeptical of other people whether or not they're transgender or not, but I have to agree there that I think this is more of attention baiting rather than actually him coming to terms with something like that.
Yeah, plus, if you really were trans, you would have figured that out years ago, not just now out of nowhere.
Fair enough. It probably is attention baiting. But anyhow, let's keep going.
I don't care if someone ripped off the woke scolds for any amount. That's something that I think a lot of haters forget when they try to use that as an own. I honestly don't care one way or the other. People donate to GoFundMes that fall through all the time. This didn't fall through, it was a heist. When Muta first announced he was making his video, Keffels immediately poisoned the well by calling him evil. Hi, privated the stream and ended early because Mutahar announcing his Catboy Ranch expose gave me PTSD flashbacks to 2022. The swatting, just incredibly dark stuff in my life. I couldn't handle it. I need to take some time. His replies are flooded with Kiwi Farms users right now. He's an evil who knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's the evil one. If you ever want to know how down bad the Keffals Defense Force is, look no farther than Denims. She titled her stream, Mutahar decides to be transphobic.
That's her name, Denims. Hey, Denims. You're next.
The name is stupid. Denims. Hi, I'm Denims. Great, you're a narcissist.
Hey, Sheriff.
Slap you?
You wanna know why I said she's next? Because you're next on the show. You're next. I'm gonna roast the shit out of you. She is.
I was gonna say.
Okay, let me explain one more time, Sheriff, and pay very close attention to this. I know you're drunk because you've had a long day at work, but pay attention here. Denims, you're next on the show. I'm gonna roast your ass alive.
Well, start gentle just so you can ease her into it, man.
No, I'm going to go full speed ahead, overboard, hope she gets eaten by the sharks while I throw her over there into a whirling blade of helicopters into shark-infested waters below.
Damn, boy. You gonna make me cry with them their descriptions?
Referencing.
Can't come up with anything any better. God damn it, I dare say the boys become the master.
The stream starts by playing other people's videos uninterrupted, auto-playing to the next video when finished.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show.
Goody, doing the whole Hassan content.
Yeah.
Wow. Great reaction. Great reaction. Oh, I learned so much. I didn't realize I could just sit here, watch a video with like something in the background. Free. Isn't that amazing?
And make fuck tons of money off of it.
Well, isn't that what Rich does?
Yes.
Rich, at least wise, responds. Granted, his responses are garbage. His responses are garbage, but at least wise he responds. And he's actually on camera. And not just using an animated picture of her, of the person. Gotta flip her off again. Anyhow.
To another episode of Boomers Getting Fooled by AI.
When she finally decided to show up, she said she watched Muta's video and that none of it was accurate.
I watched a little bit of it, and it was like recounting some streamer drama or something like that. I was watching it and I was like, none of this is accurate. Wait, what? This isn't even related to me, but I know the people in this video and none of this is accurate. You're just trying to portray this person as like a villain, and so you just didn't like report on any of their perspective. And then when it came to report on it, you just like ignored it. Like you were like, this isn't worth reading. So maybe, I haven't decided yet, maybe we'll watch the Mutahar video. I don't know if I can do it is the problem.
When challenged on this, she then admits that she's never even seen it.
This video.
Like I said, you're next.
Okay, Goldberg.
I'll quote Jack Black. Fuck me gently. That's right. That was the name of the song.
Here's how I feel about her.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're great. You're great.
Hey man, at least I fucking met Jack Black.
No, I'm saying she's a dumbass.
Well, that was already obvious. You don't need to.
That's an accurate way of putting it.
Watching.
Oh, no, people need to. I'm trying not to rage and die over here from a heart attack for the amount of fucking stupidity I have heard for the last 3 hours. Fuck me.
Oh, no. She can't handle it. She can't handle the truth.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
First I have ever heard of Keffals. Is it not accurate? I haven't seen it, so I'm not claiming that it's accurate. I'm only.
But you just said you did. So did you watch it or did you not watch it? You dumb motherfucker. I hope you get banned off of Twitch. Fucker.
Most of them don't even watch the fucking videos. It's already a known fact.
Some people, man.
Fuck her.
Somebody once told me
The world is gonna roll me. She isn't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Stupid. She's so dumb. I couldn't even just picture myself fucking her because that's the only talent she's going for is sex, and she's not even good enough for that. Like, that's how fucking
damn, that actually
bad
fit quite
she
well with the
is.
song, man.
I think she has an OnlyFans. I could be wrong.
I would not
OnlyFans?
be surprised. I mean, come on. You know these Twitch streamer hosts are gonna have only corn. Like, come on.
Oh no, you can say OnlyFans on here. I don't care. I'm not monetized right now anyhow, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, plus we'll probably clean up the channel before we apply to
So I call it
monetize.
only corn because it's just like it's just porn. We all know it.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Oh, the internet is for porn. The internet is for
porn.
In bio.
Grab your double click for porn, porn, porn.
Oh my god. Message me for my spicy link. Fuck off.
I got I have to message you?
The craziest video of all time.
Craziest video of all time. Her accepting that big ass dildo up her ass.
I didn't want to think about that. Anyhow.
I haven't even started. Whoa. Let's reel back.
Moon is like, here's a video exposing all of Keffel's lies, and she's like, nah, let's only talk about the thumbnail.
Now I'm comedically timing it.
That's what I call a waste of time. What's it talking about the thumbnail only?
That face right there in the background. He looks like he's trying to mimic her.
Well, he had to get the idea from somewhere.
Fair enough.
But a couple things. I am only interested right now in talking about the thumbnail. Okay? I'm only interested in talking about the thumbnail. Maybe we can watch some of the video. To be honest, the video itself, I don't care about. It's not relevant. It's not important. I only care about the thumbnail.
Yeah, let's focus.
So who wants to start first on how much of a dumbass she is?
Me. I need to start because I just
Go ahead.
I need to just do insults. Okay, listen here, slut. You do not know what you're talking about, okay? The amount of like brain rot we get from like hearing you talk is through the fucking roof, okay? It's like Scott Steiner fat shaming people. It's through the fucking roof. But in all seriousness, when it comes to like this broad, like, okay, if you were only interested in talking about the thumbnail, why are you doing a stream? You could have just made like a stupid tweet about that. No one would care. This is literally like, this is popular right now. I could use this to get money. It's like you're desperate for cash or something. I guess being like an OnlyFans model is not cutting it. I guess people aren't jacking off to your plastic tits. I don't know, it's bigger than your fucking brain cells. Like, good lord. It's just a waste of time. Like, at least with like the other losers, at least with like Sir, at least he talks and gives out really bad points and like defending Keffels and shit. At least Keffels was giving out like some half-ass fucking defensive wash before flip-flopping when the heat was too hot. This is literally nothing. There's nothing, no value. Literally, if this did not exist, this would literally change nothing at all. That is my conclusion. Thank you for my TED Talk.
Sheriff, go ahead.
All I can say is if she has indeed stolen the money, then she really needs to go back, start repaying money. And I think Kickstarter needs to have some kind of contract or clause that forces you to show proof that you're actually going to follow through, because there's too many of these Kickstarters that start up, and yeah, some of them they genuinely try and it falls through. That's commendable at least, but when shit like this happens, you can't just be let off the hook for taking the money and running.
Amen. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to do the special zoom in for me. No, I'm just being funny. on a more serious note, as far as I'm concerned, as far as Denims is concerned, you're next. I'm going to keep repeating that. You're next. I'm going to tear apart one of your videos. I'm going to tear apart that video specifically so I can make an example of you, you dumb fucking bastard. As far as Keffel's concerned, she is a fucking criminal. She should be arrested. She should be in jail. And then should be forced to pay back the money that she stole. The 139,000 fucking, excuse me, 36,000 fucking dollars she should be paying back. That is my opinion. Let's continue.
A relevant thing instead of the actual point of the video. And when Ryan Beard points out that Muda only refers to Keffel's buyer preferred pronouns, Denim's response is to insult Ryan.
I don't know what happened to Ryan Beard. I'm gonna be honest. Who was it that cooked him? Was it FD Signifier? In case you were wondering what Ryan has tweeted, Gaza 0 times, Israel 1 time, ceasefire 1 time, and Palestine a total of 7 times, all of which were to tell people to vote for Biden. But man, do they find the time to tweet about online leftists. And that is like the biggest, like, it just doesn't, like, that. This perfectly encapsulates what I'm talking about.
You're yapping. You haven't said anything. Can you
what the fuck were you talking about?
You're not saying a damn word.
What is this? What the fuck was that?
What the fuck is that?
A woman who uses her mouth but remains silent? My God. We've reached heaven, boys.
Oh my God. To pull away a little bit from that. Let's see. I had something funny. Oh, I know what I was gonna quote. In your speech that you gave, nowhere was there ever a point in anything that you said. Everybody here is dumber for hearing you. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
This is Hassan's mod. Her audience is defending her by comparing Keffels to George.
You're fired.
All right. She should be fired from Twitch.
Can people like Muda stop saying this person is not a good
issue with the guy himself? I've got more issue with the fact that the lady seems to be a fucking criminal.
Oh, I'm referring to Denims. As far as
fucking liar.
I'm referring to Denims. Denims should be fired from Twitch. But oh yes, Keffels needs to be in fucking jail.
For ex-minority? Like, people haven't learned anything from the BLM protest in 2020, did they? With the same logic, you can say that George Floyd is not a good representation for the black community because he had a criminal history. George Floyd was a regular dude who was killed while being detained by the police. Keffels is a self-described activist. Keffels obviously...
And this is why I find it very disrespectful to George Floyd. Yes, he was a criminal. Yes, they were arresting him for allegedly using fake money. However, those officers knew what the fuck they were doing. They were abusing their power. They murdered and should have been considered an innocent man because in the law, in the eyes of the law, you were innocent until proven guilty. They damn well knew that he couldn't breathe, but they continued to torture him because they fucking could. And I'm glad that officer who did it got stabbed in prison. Fuck you, piece of trash.
Wait, still alive?
Yes, that officer who killed George Floyd, is still alive in prison. He survived a stabbing.
Damn. They must really want him to suffer.
Damn.
Yes, and he should, because you fucking made an innocent man suffer, as far as I'm concerned.
Not only that, you fucked up half the country, mate, with that shit.
And you fucked up multiple police forces who are now struggling to keep order in check. And you've caused other officers who are racist bastards to take great joy and realize that I'm going to go on this rant for a minute, to realize they can abuse their power as well and get away with it. Fuck him. And fuck you, Denims. And fuck you, Keffels. Let's go.
Doesn't speak for every trans person, but she hides behind being a representative.
I'm a high-profile transgender activist. There's a big target on my back.
That's why people feel the need to point it out. The media seems to be slowly catching on with the Young Turks even correcting the story.
I feel
I watched this on Rich's live stream. We watched it together before Rich turned into a complete total ass clown. And me and him both agreed this was awesome, and we enjoyed every moment of it because she was fucking ripping Keffels a new one, just ripping her apart, and then called out CNN, NBC, ABC, and NCB, and a couple of other ones, claiming that, because they also reported on it, that they should change the story as well and not leave those articles up like they have been. I couldn't agree more.
To my stomach, knowing that I amplified a con artist on the show. Obviously, I did not know she was a con artist. I did not do that on purpose. But at the end of the day, I'm the host and I am responsible for what I say on this program.
Even calling out other media companies.
For all the other mainstream media outlets who fell for this con artist, that includes The Guardian, CNN, NBC News, NPR. Can we get a correction from you guys too? Because they seem to never want to revisit the work they've done and the misreporting they've engaged in. The fact that they were conned by a con artist like Keffels.
This is accountability. This is how stories should be corrected. And the Young Turks should be applauded for it.
Amen. I couldn't agree more with that. What does everyone else think?
Yeah, news agencies have to be willing to admit the mistakes, considering that all they ever do is rush to be the first to print anything. Doesn't matter if it's true or not, they rush to print it. So if you get it wrong, you have to, quite frankly, put it out there, because even though you are the media, you could still, in theory, probably get sued.
Amen. That's exactly how I feel about it. Destructor, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, correcting the story? Called actual journalism. See, Keffels? This is how you do journalism. Take notes, dummy.
She ain't gonna ever take notes. She's too fucking stupid, too.
Hey, Rich, don't forget to take notes here, too.
Oh, yeah,
you
Rich.
Lied on your stream. We know you lied on your stream. So tell the truth, bitch.
Oh, Sheriff. By the way, the Jostler unblocked me on Twitter today to not only insult me, but to call me a sexual predator, only to turn around and say I wasn't a sexual predator. Not only that, but he started trying to warn all the detractors of Rich to stay away from me because I am a quote-unquote creeper, harassing, stalking bastard.
Bold of him to say, considering he just did that himself.
Yeah, and then he said, I don't have to call AJ a sexual predator because someone else already did.
Well, Jostler, you got proof of that? You willing to show proof of that? Let's go. Show the proof. Bring it out. Same as you did.
That's what the detractor said. You know what? And he replied back, don't say I didn't warn you.
No,
and then one of his other friends jumped in to attack me and say that I love grooming women. And then the detractor of Rich, who ended up unfollowing me and muted me, also said that he will not slander me unless there is actual proof of the sexual predatory actions.
Oh my God.
That unless there is proof, he will not make any calls out to me whatsoever, because he asked me to stop texting him on Twitter after I confirmed that he was one of the former editors, and I replied back to the tweet. I said yes, and I stopped because you asked me to stop. I did so. I'm like, and I've already apologized to the people that I offended, so what the fuck more do I need to do?
You need to bend over, apparently, and take it up the ass.
That's what a lot of these people in the community are saying.
Take up the ass, it's your turn. It's like, no, I don't want to take it up the ass. I did not consent to this, sir.
good monsieur. Anyhow.
Please, sir, I did not ask for some more.
Please, sir, you're gonna bend over instead. So let's go.
These are extremely serious accusations leveled against Keffals. That's why I find it funny that she acts like it's random YouTube drama.
Yeah, no, I'm not planning on making any sort of response because I don't think I owe anyone a response. When I say I'm done.
Oh, when I heard that. Oh, when I heard that.
Does she sound like she's on crack?
'Cause she is.
Oh,
back in a smidge.
Oh. Fuck Keffals. Anyhow. Well, we'll let Sheriff come back in a minute. Meanwhile, I just want to talk about... I want to just kind of go ahead and start wrapping up my thoughts about the videos. Willie Mack did a phenomenal job documenting everything very well in a pretty understandable, logical manner. Although chronologically he didn't stay in order, the facts remained the same. And I also appreciate that he waited for Little Hard to put his video out so that way he could help defend him from the bullshit that happened. That's at least my opinion. What do you think, Destructor?
Well done videos. I mean, granted, Willie Mack's show is pretty much the standard of the commentary community, not named Turkey Tom. So yeah, it's not in chronologically order, but who cares? It's all about reminding people who may have actually seen this for the first time, be like, okay, this is what's going on, so you can give reason. Oh, I can go watch this video and stuff. It's all about getting people to watch, and he did a great job at that.
Let's see, as far as like Turkey Tom,
Keffals. Anyone exposing Keffals is a W person in my mind.
Amen. So I guess I got a W then. Because now all my audience is going to know about Keffals thanks to this live stream.
Well, it's better late than never.
Well, I mean, I kind of also need a little bit of a vessel to vent some of my frustration about the shit that happened to me over the last 4 months. So, as far as I'm concerned, I've left that community. I've also got a couple videos coming out about all that shit. And one of them's going to be reacting to Eric's video, which is another episode of Epic or Trash. So that will probably be coming out tomorrow, and then after that will be like a drum cover, and probably a couple of them, and then I'm not quite sure when I'll post my addressing the controversy or whatever the fuck I decide to call it, because honestly I'm just tired of it. Because unlike Keffals, mine is actually drama. Mine's actually bullshit. Keffals, she was a fucking criminal, whereas mine is like, this is total bullshit. Yeah, a lot of people know that it is, but they don't care because apparently it makes money to screw over innocent individuals. Am I wrong?
That's how people are. That's how people can be sometimes, so good luck with that.
Amen to that one, brother. But also, I just wanted to say before we start wrapping everything up that I appreciate you coming on to the live stream and joining the call. That was awesome. I'm actually
no problemo.
I'm actually glad that we did this as a live stream and not as a recorded video, because this has actually been very entertaining.
All right.
All right.
Giggity.
My favorite line to always use from them is when Stewie walks up to Brian after Brian put like birdseed in Stewie's clothes, and then all the birds start attacking him. When he runs up to him, he goes, "I am going to kick your ass."
Yeah. Classic.
That is a classic line. I just love the look on Stewie's face. Like, I am going to kick your ass. Oh my god, and you're gonna love Eric's video when we post it up, because oh my god, me and Sheriff just fucking go to town on Rich, because Rich was a fucking prickhead. I fucking put my neck out. You know the scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit where Eddie Valiant throws Roger Rabbit into the back into the speakeasy? He's like, "You crazy rabbit, I stuck my neck out for you, and what did you do? Start singing and dancing." That's pretty much what happened. That's what happened to me. I'm Eddie Valiant and Rich is fucking Roger Rabbit fucking me over when I tried to help him.
Oh, fuck him.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to fuck him. What the hell?
Just tell Dickers to get fucked.
Dickers is getting fucked over by his former editor anyhow, and the whole JKB Discord too. Apparently,
he managed to turn the whole Discord against him, eh?
Yeah, and his own Discord apparently is not much better about it either. And all his messages has been getting leaked in there as well. And then the Sheriff. Nah, I'll tell you about it in private because I got some stuff I can. Yeah. Save it all for another time. But anyhow. Yes. Let's finish up this video, and then we're going to give our conclusions about the Willie Mack series of videos, and then I guess we'll end the show from there.
Drama, I legitimately mean it.
This is crazy. I've never seen somebody lie to themselves so much. It's so funny looking back at our old Discord messages. My background is in content creation. I am not great at what I do. I'm honestly too sincere to be good at it. I am too authentic to simply be an actor who makes videos online. Keffals is a chronic liar. I don't know if she'll face any legal repercussions over this, but her career is over. There is no coming back from this. Lied about the GoFundMe, the lawsuit, moving, Kiwi Farms, Website Zero, got addicted to drugs, 2 years later randomly claimed she was groped by the police, never mentioned it before, admitted to misappropriating the money in a group chat, and when asked about it, she says that it's just YouTube drama.
I don't care about any of this shit.
It feels good to finally wrap up the Keffals story. It's been a 2-year journey for me. If you want more, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Chris the Narc, for some of the screenshots I used in this video, and thank you to Muda for finally making this mainstream. Now go get a foom. Shout out to the homies over on Patreon. Phoebes.
That is the end of the video. That is the end of the series, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end. Unbelievable marathon. Unbelievable. So, let's have a round table. Yeah, at the end of
Keffals.
Amen. So I'm gonna remove this thing real quick because that doesn't need to be there. There we go. So let's go ahead and have a little, because I have about. Let's go with 10 more minutes. I got 10 minutes to have a little bit of a roundtable discussion about it. So, overall, what did you think of the Willie Mack series, starting with The Destructor? What did you think of the 3 videos?
Fantastic videos. Just, well organized, well paced. Just fantastic videos exposing a low-life, pathetic, chronological liar, just a complete dishonest actor in this space. And now the truth can finally be shown, and hopefully within due time Keffals can be bye-bye from the internet and just be nothing more than a distant memory of the past. Like, oh, remember Keffals? Like, oh yeah, that's that weirdo that got exposed by Willie Mack and Mudahar. That's all you really need to have with Keffals. That's all I have to say.
So, Sheriff, my good buddy Sheriff, what is your opinion on the Willie Mack series from the little bit that you did get to see?
Yeah, I was about to say, my ass showed up late. I was late to the party. I mean, not necessarily unfashionably late, but, late enough. Honestly, if she really did, assuming her stealing the money is a fact, then she really needs to be held accountable. I don't care what her friends say, what her detractors say. Just make sure she gives the money back, because people gave it in good faith that she needed the help, and she has fucked off with it.
So as far as I am concerned, I think the Willie Mack videos were fantastic. They were well documented, well edited. I kept getting so many funny faces that I'm gonna have to go back and snip them and make some thumbnails out of them. Because I make thumbnails of just about everybody I've made videos on so far. This is probably the first one in a while that I didn't make a thumbnail for it, mostly because I was lazy. Anyhow, as far as the videos are concerned, I think they're pretty well edited, pretty well made. The only criticism I have of the videos is the audio. I wish it was more like this, where the microphone was a little bit closer to him. I get that he's doing a standing thing, and what he should do is not have the microphone placed towards his chest. He should have it placed above his head to record, and then compress it just a little bit harder and EQ some of the room out. Other than that, his faces are hysterical. Also, because if he moves the microphone, he'll be able to use his arms more without worrying about bumping it. Because he makes a lot of great motions and great faces, so I think it would help even more as far as that's concerned. As far as Keffel's concerned, she's a fucking criminal. Needs to be arrested. The fact she ain't ever going to be arrested is nothing short of an atrocity, in my opinion. Denims, you're next. Go fuck yourself.
Well, don't forget W is not likely to be arrested either. And he's a war criminal.
Who is?
W.
Oh, George W. Bush.
He's what, 42, isn't he?
No, he's in his 50s, I think.
No, I mean, president number 42 was that?
Fuck. I
Trump was
60 something now.
Trump's 45.
70s.
See, I guess. 1 second, I will look up which presidency George Bush was under, because Trump's 45.
And that might make him 43. We had Bush, then Obama, if I remember rightly.
Or
yeah,
maybe 43. Or Trump, and he did his 2 terms, and then Bush's like what, 43, like at least, unless we're talking about dad.
I'm
actually
old enough.
43rd. Yeah, he's the 43rd president. He is currently 77 years old.
Any day now, he's gonna go bye-bye.
Yeah, pretty much so.
A shame.
Not gonna complain though.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? So overall, on a ranking system, Destructor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the soundboard. And you should be able to pull it up on here, and if not, you can tell me which you think it is. So if you think it's an epic series, you can use the air horn. If you think it's a trash series, you use the sad horn. Crickets or quacking means you think it's okay, and golf clap means you think it's good. So based on the scale of epic or trash, what would you rate his series?
Let's see, which sound would be good. Okay.
Epic it is.
Yes.
So, Sheriff, what would you rate it? Epic or trash?
Well, I don't like saying.
Epic it is, and he's going to get a 3rd vote. It is an all-around. because it is an all-around epic series. Very well made. Congratulations, brother. To Willie Mack, I'm going to zoom in on me real quick. To you, Willie Mack, this is what I've got to say. Congratulations. You did a phenomenal job. So with all of that now, I think it's about time we call into the live stream. So, Destructor, you have anything you want to say? Want to shout your social medias or whatever?
Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm sure he'll fucking give the link or some shit somewhere. Follow my Twitter. It's at NotDestructor, because I don't know, Twitter is quite the lovely place where I have to make multiple accounts, I know. So follow my Twitter for whatever spastastic shit I do, where I act like a spurg, where I say ratio or whatever. So yeah, just subscribe to my channel, follow my Twitter, and if you have Discord, join my Discord server so I can talk to randos and you can promote your content and shit. So yeah.
And obviously the sheriff, as always, my main admin, my main right-hand man.
Yeah, Dickers, show some fucking proof, bitch. Now fucking show some proof. Come on. Same as you, 1 or 2 cents. Show some proof. Show it. The news is closing in.
Indeed.
Games are starting to get leaked. Truth's starting to come out, boy. So you better show some evidence or put it in a public retraction.
Boy.
Because you are a sickness.
Amen.
You are a sickness.
So as far as I'm concerned, thank you everyone who has watched the live stream. I appreciate it. I hope you hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, the like button, check out my Patreon for exclusive content there, and also to join the Discord server where we get up to all kinds of craziness in there, and we watch movies every Friday night. So come check us out there. If you can tip me, I would appreciate it through Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/themerciful-doctor, because death is the only mercy in this world. And you all have a blessed night, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.